Okay. I'm gonna start another introduction. So this is part two of Michelle Loud tell her story, how Cora Jake and the Potters stole her baby. Part two. We looked at part one yesterday. She got into how she met Cora Jake's Coleman, which is TD Jake's daughter, and how she conned her out of her baby, basically signing over her rights. And then this happened in 2017. She haven't seen her son since 2018. She recently went to social media and told her story because Cora's husband was charged with sexual assault of possibly their children. They have a 13-year-old daughter that's adopted because supposedly Cora can't have any children. So she came and took to social media and she's telling her story. So we're going to get into part two.
Phone and dead. But I wanted to finish the story. So please tag and share. Tagging people. Give me a second.
Can you hear it okay, Mark?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Please watch both of these live. Tag them. Share them. Shade room. Gossip, whatever. You know, the story has to get out. Tagging people right now. Exactly. Brandon, you can watch the previous live. I believe it's saved. So picking back where I left off at, thank you, Deepa. How you been? So, you know, I didn't know at the time that I didn't I didn't have to give my son to them, that I could have just kept my son and they wouldn't have been able to do it, you know. So like I said, nobody knew about the signing up of the rights, only me, you know, because I didn't know how to tell my family that I was pressured to sign my rights up to my child. So my auntie was trying to convince me, my aunt Trina was trying to convince me, you know, that Michelle, you don't have to do this. You know, she was really trying to convince me. My mom was too, but I knew that they didn't know that I was pressured into signing my rights over. So I felt like y'all are only saying this because y'all don't know what I did. But in reality, it didn't matter of me signing the rights out because that happened at that point almost 2 years ago, and it wasn't filed until September 2017. The only thing that mattered was that I had not been served and I had every right to my child. They been scared, mind you. I didn't know the law like I know the law now, so I was hella scared. You feel me? So me being scared, I decided to give Jason back and fight them in court, which is what I did. I went and figured out what paperwork I needed to file to get the case going. This was in September of 2017. Okay, September of 2017, I came into probably October 2017. I came into contact with a lawyer by the name of Jerome Thursky. I called him Jerry Thursky, but his name was Jerome Thursky. I came into contact with this lawyer who was supposed to be a family lawyer was supposed to be helping me, with my case. He went from, now, mind you, it costs a lot to hire a lawyer. And at that time, I had only been out of jail 3 or 4 years. So it was still hard getting work. I would have to take warehouse jobs where I was used to working for a Fortune 500 company. I've done corporate America since I was 18 years old. So to be taken from that to taken to basically warehouse job, that was a whole culture shifting in itself for me. You know what I'm saying? Coming from living, in Duncanville or the suburbs, even when I moved out to Houston, to having to live in basically the project because of my background, that was culture shocking to me, right? But I did it because it's what I had to do to get to where I am right now. So I did that, and I ended up hiring Jerome Thirsty, but the judge was telling me that me doing hair was not a job, and the lawyer was telling me doing hair was not a job. So I had to go get a job. Now, I was made to produce all of my income from if I got food benefits, Medicaid benefits, what all income that I had to produce their income while they didn't have to produce it. And they didn't produce it. Okay? All of this happened after these people came to my house to get my son while Bishop T.D. Jakes was on the phone with Cora Coleman, and Amari was in the car, and in the car behind them, you had Brandon, and at the time, his armor bearer, I don't know if y'all remember him, he was the nigga that had Bishop, Bishop's trademark, tattooed on his son, and he got it tattooed in jail. Shame. He was there with Brandon. And I guess as, I don't know, to try to threaten me, terrorize me, I'm not really sure. But they got what they snuck and connived to do. They got it. Even like I said, through the course of trial, Cora got on stand and tried to act like she was crying. And I swear, if y'all been keeping up with the Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp situation, Amber Heard is Cora Coleman on stand. I swear to God. That girl is a master manipulator. Okay? A master manipulator. That bitch, I'm sorry, oh Lord, please work on my mouth. That girl got on stand and made up this fabric. Once I get these records unsealed, I am going to display everything because they got me fucked up to the highest level. Especially with this continuous molestation. Brandon being charged with. And my son is in the home. Oh, no ma'am, no sir. That's where we're going to go ahead and draw the line. And that's where we're going to say it's no Thanksgiving now at this present time. And whatever y'all want to come with, hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Because I guarantee you, this time around, it's not going to be like the last time around. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you this time around is not going to be like the last time around. And they're so, you know what? It's been so hard, but not just because of my background and things that I've gone through and that I've made it out of, but because of they have money and then they surround themselves with people that have money or people that have a platform. Like one of Cora's good friends is Tamar Braxton. Okay? I know for damn sure y'all ain't telling these people the truth and they still rocking and rolling behind you. Because if they know the motherfucking truth and they know the truth is going to come out, they know that their name is going to be tarnished as well for just associating themselves with them. You know what I'm saying? So they had a lot of help to do what they're doing. They have a lot of help to do with what they're doing. And it's just at a time where I'm just fed up, fucking tired of it. And y'all not finna keep doing me like this. Y'all not finna keep doing my family like this. Y'all not finna keep doing my kids like this. And whatever the cost is, I'm willing to pay it. Period, point blank. Whatever the cost may be, I'm willing to pay it. If y'all want to come try to jack up my finances, y'all want to come and try to disrupt the stable living that I have created for my child. If I get a call from any type of government agency, it's them. Period. It's them. It's them. Because they still kill and destroy. They are the enemy. They are the enemy. Give it here and go back in the house. I don't want you out here.
Okay, so did you hear what she said? She said that Tamar Braxton is one of her good friends, and because they have status and money and they have power behind them, this is what made it so easy for them to get away with doing this. They have paid off the judges, they have paid off the news media. They're not reporting on this story. Okay, so they have a lot of power behind them.
So I didn't hear the part where she was talking about Tamar Braxton. Did she have anything to do with it?
Well, she said she doesn't know if they know the full truth of the story of what's going on, right? So she said she don't know if they really know what's going on or not, because I'm pretty sure she said that if they are still supporting her and the family, knowing what they did, then they know that they're going to be in on it when this whole thing blows up and hits the fan. So birds of a feather, they flock together. So I don't know if they really know exactly what's going on. I'm pretty sure they probably don't know exactly what's going on, but the records to the case has been sealed. So they're trying to get them unsealed now. So she's trying to go through that process of unsealing the records and then reopening the case. Now that Cora's husband has been charged with these sexual assault charges, she's concerned with her son. And see, and this all goes back to the beginning of this is the biological mother. And she wanted her son back. She never was trying to give her son away to her. So now they have shut her out. Can't talk to her son. They don't know, she don't know where they live. They just ran off with her son. And like never looked back, and then tried to cover up everything. All the corruption. They trying to cover it up. They have covered it up.
Right, okay. And I think that's why it's a good idea that she's going to try to fight again to get her son back. She's not giving up, and that's good. So she's saying the last time they had an advantage over her, but this time she's gonna go head first in this, and That's great. So I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, continue.
I'm not a number. They are the enemy, and I'm telling y'all that right now. Y'all are under the Potter's house covering. You better run. You better run. You better run, because I can tell you right now that who they are behind closed doors is not who they are on their goddamn stage. I don't know about Sarah. I ain't really had no beef with Sarah. I've always liked Sarah. The problem that I have with it is that y'all stand behind your family when y'all know y'all stand behind your family when y'all know that they're wrong. Now, through the whole trial, it's very traumatic. It's a very traumatic experience. Through the whole trial, none of them came to trial. The only people that was on trial is the people, her yes people, her yes men. Sonya, Cebu didn't even come, Lisa, Shema Kitchen, Daria Lester, Brittany Hall, Tamika. I don't know Tamika last name, but y'all know Tamika. She goes to the potty house. She real big. Her belly sit. Her belly sit on her thigh. Y'all know who Tamika is. Okay, Tamika. And Tamika's sister, and there was a few other people that I didn't know that I hadn't come in contact with that I didn't know. But for as her family, Bishop never came, Sarah never came, Jermaine never came, Jamar never came, Dexter never came. The only person that came was First Lady and King, the white lady, her white armor bearer, security guard friend. They've been friends for a long time. She got a daughter named Bree. Them was the only two people. Brandon's parents, let me tell you how they moved Brandon's parents all the way to the country so that I couldn't find them and subpoena them. But let me show y'all how God works. One day, this is after the case or whatever, I'm at the hospital because Trey was there. One day we was at the hospital because my son's dad's friend had a baby, his first son, and just so coincidentally, where he had his baby at was the same hospital First Lady had surgery on her stomach. I don't know if y'all know that. And she had to have surgery on her stomach. It's the same hospital that First Lady had to have surgery on her stomach. And who do I run into at the hospital? Brandon's parents. And that's when I find out and I learned that they stayed way off in some country town, like 2 hours away. So they moved them way out there so that I couldn't get to them and subpoena them. Because if I subpoenaed them, number one, most people know that Brenda's mother didn't really like Cora. Okay? It was a journal found, so if she tries to lie about this, it is a journal, baby girl. It is a journal where the mother is basically detailing how Cora is and how she doesn't like her and how she thinks that she's a master manipulator. Okay? So you didn't want me to be able to subpoena her to put her on stand. Because if I was able to subpoena her to put her on stand, the whole truth and nothing but the truth is gonna come out. Okay?
Okay, pause it right there.
Let's just keep it all the way.
Okay, so she got her weapon now. She found her weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So she finna use that against her ass. This is great. This is great. Okay, keep playing.
Okay.
Feeling funky. She basically kicked them out too and put them in an overpriced apartment about 5 minutes down the road from them. This is when they were staying off I believe it was Canyon Springs and Grand Prairie, off Great Southwest Parkway. This is when they were staying over there. Okay, so you moved them down the street. I think the apartment's called Silver something. It's in Grand Prairie, Arkansas. Okay. 316 Arkansas. It's called Silver something. That's where she moved her in-laws to. Now you're talking about people who lived in a project for over 20 years. That's all they fucking know. You moved them down here to live into your home and then moved them from your home when the only person that was working was V. I forgot how to pronounce Lavon or something like that is her name. Y'all might know it's right here. With the only person that was working was her in the home. Now, I think Mama had started working for like FedEx or something like that. And Pops, what they call her, his mama name is Bernice Johnson. I think Pop's name is Peter Johnson. I think his name is Peter. I'm not for sure, but I know the mother name is Bernice. And that's facts. And y'all probably can find her on Facebook or something like that. Instagram or something like that. When they were in the home, okay, she moved them there, and of course they wasn't able to maintain and take care of shit, because this is the thing. When somebody has had to pay minimum amount of rent their whole fucking life and they go from having to pay minimum to a large amount, come on now. They're going to need guidance to be able to do that. She did not do that. Because once Cora's type person, when she gets what she wants out of you, she tosses you to the wind. You're gone.
What that sound like? Straight narcissist.
Right. She just uses you, and then whatever she got from you, she don't need you no more. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Whatever you have to
Her audio's going out.
Okay.
Her audio's. She fixing it.
Yeah, she's high powered. She thinks that she's better than everybody because she's in a position where she have more money, more power, and yeah, she's high powered. She thinks she's better than everybody, and she gets whatever she can get from you. And then when you're of no use to her no more, oh yeah, you better believe it. She will toss you to the side. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she better than his parents because they didn't have nothing. They didn't have no money. They was in the projects. Mhm.
you saying yes or oh you can hear me now? Y'all saying yes, y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. So she would do anything. Okay, thank y'all, cause y'all I gotta get this out. I have this has been built up in me for years.
Get it out.
Okay, years. Thank y'all.
And let me say something. You know, the reason why I'm sharing her video, because these people is crazy in these churches. I'm not gonna lie. These people are weird. They are master deception. They are master manipulators at deceiving you. You will be thinking that these people are angels, and they are really devils, demons. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. You cannot trust these people in these churches. These pastors know what they're doing. They know. They're not stupid. When I heard her story, okay, I said, I want to share her story. I don't even make videos. I'm not a content creator, but I have a voice and a platform, and I will share her story. This is going to be the start of me making videos now, because this don't make no sense. And we are sitting around like blind sheep following these people, you know, and it's time that these people be exposed for what they're doing is wrong. And we got to start speaking up. This lady on here crying her heart out because this woman then stole her child, allegedly. I'm going to just say allegedly, but I'm just sharing the video and I'm voicing my opinion. So fair use, okay? Don't come for me. I'm just the messenger.
I like to say something too.
Go ahead.
Okay, this woman, she is a mother, okay? Like a lot of us are. And she's telling her story because she wants to be heard. And she needs help. She cannot do this by herself. And she's willing to do whatever it takes to get her child back. Just like a lot of us mothers are out here trying to do. We want to protect our children. We want to keep them safe, you know? And people just think that they could just come and take our children, kill our children, kidnap our children. If we don't stick together as mothers, they're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. We need to come together and we need to figure out how we can protect our children from demons like this. Evil people out here, even in the churches. They are not holy. They are not perfect. They make mistakes too. They do evil things too. Just because they're standing behind a pole does not make them perfect. And they're more evil than the people on the streets from the stuff that they do. Molest children, kidnap children. They do all kind of things. All right, that's all I have to say.
That's a good point, and right. And also, I don't care who it is, okay? I don't have, I'm not a respecter of person. So because you hold a certain status, you can be the president. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I'm gonna call you out on some foolery, whether you are Bishop T.D. Jakes, okay, President Obama, whoever. If you wrong, you wrong. And we gotta get out of this because we like people that we just let it pass or we just let it slide. No, I don't have nothing against you. I don't hate you. But if you doing some fuck shit, you need to be called out on it. It don't matter who you are. This man is a leader, a pastor over a congregation, over 30,000 people, has over 1 million followers on YouTube, on social media. So we can't say nothing because of who he is, because of some status. And over here behind the scenes, your daughter is supposedly, allegedly taking women's kids. So that's not right, period.
Yes, right is right and wrong is wrong. And just because you have money, it doesn't mean that you're right.
That don't mean you can't get checked. So she asked to share the story. She asked um to speak on it, to get it out, to tag people in it. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just passing the message along. Okay. Hey Dante.
Hey,
So we already like on the second part of the video, like 20 minutes in, she was just basically sharing how she been trying to go to court and what happened during the trial. That's the part she's talking about right now.
yeah.
So you haven't missed too much. Okay.
Thank y'all. And I just have to get it out. I have to get it out. I have to get it out. I have to get it out. And I'm not perfect by far. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect, but I strive every day to be better than I was the day before. Okay? I try to live a life of truth, honesty, and integrity every day. You know, and it's fucked up when you think that you have that with people that you call your friends and friends. I've been knowing Cora, like what I was saying was, I've been knowing Cora, Jace Coleman, since I was 10 or 12 years old. Me and her were like this. That was one of my best fucking friends, okay? We were super close to the point, you know, I'm super close. We were super close to the point, you know, I would be at the house, Bishop's house, you know, Corey and Sarah had a house on on the property. It was like three houses on one property. And they had a barn. They still stay there. Well, Bishop and First Lady still stay there. But anywho, I would always be over there. I always be with Cora, and I was always Cora's real friend. I was always a real friend to Cora. Cora would lie on me about any and everything, and I just take it. And so, in her mom's eyes, growing up, I wasn't the good child. When actually, in the guest house. But in actuality, it would be her daughter, the one doing all the shit and conjuring up everything. It wouldn't be me or Ashley. It would be Cora. It would be Cora being a hoe. It would be Cora sneaking boys into the property.
Can y'all hear the audio okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It would be Cora. Cora was the one who wanted to drive to Kentucky. Cora was the one who would meet somebody offline and had to go drive and see them the next day. I was just a damn best friend. You feel me? Well, I ain't gonna let you ride by yourself. I ain't gonna let you go by yourself. I don't think you should do this, or I don't think you should do that, but I'm gonna go with you. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when I was 15 years old, I was a virgin. I had not had sex. I don't even think I thought about sex. It was Cora and Sarah's prom. And I remember getting picked up from the school, me and BJ, Billy Ross. We got picked up from Duncanville, and we got brought to the house, to get ready to go to Cora and Sarah's prom. Because, they went to some private elite school in Dallas. So it was very just, basically, I trusted her, yes. Basically, I'm giving backstories of how long I've been knowing her to have, why I was so willing to trust her, that she was helping me. But now I'm speaking of their character, though, who they are, things that I've witnessed and experienced with the Jake. Okay, so we
Okay, you pause it right quick.
The main house. Now it comes.
Okay, I just want to say something real quick. Okay, so I'm kind of getting like a better picture of the story because she was knowing them since she was little and everything. Her mother knew her, and they would always look at Cora like Cora was the perfect little angel, and then they would look at her like she was the black sheep and she was doing the wrong, but really it was Cora doing wrong because they so high and he's a bishop and she's first lady, and they just looked at her like she was just perfect little angel. And they grew up thinking that Michelle was the one that was doing wrong. And then they decided that they wanted to take her mother. And they decided that they wanted to take her child because she was looked at like a bad mother and she didn't know what to do with the kids, and they think that they're doing the right thing, but no, they're not. You're taking someone else's kid.
I don't think they think they're doing the right thing. I think they know exactly what they're doing is wrong. That girl Cora knew that that girl, her friend, was gonna get blamed for everything, that she was gonna be looked at as if she was the bad seed.
No, I'm talking about her mother. Cora's mother was looking at her. Sarah,
yeah.
Okay, Sarah was looking at Michelle like she was just this bad person, this bad mother, and she thinks that Cora is doing right, and Cora knows she's doing wrong. Of course, Cora knows, But her mother is looking at Cora like Cora's just this innocent angel. And no, she's not. She probably don't even know half the stuff her daughter was even doing when she was a kid. It's all finna come out though.
Mm-hmm. So Cora wasn't really a friend to Michelle. Michelle was a friend to Cora, though. Cora didn't give a damn
Right.
about Michelle. Okay.
At the main house. Now, it comes down to everybody's dressed, everybody's ready. Now, mind you, anybody that knows me knows that I've always looked up to Bishop as a father figure. I had her back. I had Cora's back through everything. I was a real friend to her. The people that she got around her, I guess, you know what I'm saying, they locked in because they did whatever they did. Sorry, y'all. They did whatever she needed them to do concerning getting Jason. They did it. You know what I'm saying? So she you know, thinks that they're her friends. But your real friend is when you was only getting $1,000 a month or a week from your parents, when you was just some type of worker for the children's ministry and you didn't have no money, and I was still getting checks from my dad's dad, put groceries in your house when we stayed in DeSoto Ranch. Being with you every motherfucking day, helping you with your life, helping you with trash, helping you with water, cleaning up behind you because you can clean up behind you. She's so fucking nasty because they had maids all the time. Cleaning up behind you all the time. I was a real friend to her. I had her back. I would have never thought, you could have never told me in a million years that I'll be here right now with dealing with Cora J. Because that was my friend. At least I thought that was my friend. But in reality, I was a friend to her. She was never a friend to me. Never a friend to me. Even though I was a real friend to her. You see what I'm saying? So this particular day on prom, we come downstairs, we taking pictures and shit, and what have you. Well, I go, like Bishop is standing right here, and you know how you lean on your dad. First of all, Bishop is like a giant. I'm 5'3", and I've been 5'3" since 8th grade. Okay, Bishop is over 6 feet tall. Okay, number one, I can't even reach his motherfucking shoulder. That's number one. Number two, mind you, I'm a virgin. I ain't thought about sex. Sex hadn't been introduced. I grew up in a very protected home. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what sex was. I didn't know even the ideology of liking the opposite sex in a sexual way. I didn't even know that understanding or have that understanding. I had never been motherfucking touched. I had never done any of those things. Any of those things. So when I lean on Bishop's arm, First lady comes rushing out. Get your ass off my husband. What do you
Oh God.
You should have seen her face. I wish when I get on my computer, I'm gonna be able to share my screen so y'all can see how this lady was looking. She came charging like a bull on this poor child. That's a shame.
Don't nobody want that big ass 8 looking at
First of all, she got Cora, who can't have no kids, trying to steal people babies. Then you got Sarah over here running up over here trying to block somebody thinking they want her man. This girl in the house full of witches. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna continue.
Who do you think you are, Jezebel? Now, Cora get her crazy from her mom. Let the record reflect that. Okay? Let the record reflect that. Cora get her crazy, manipulation, all that shit. She get that from her mom. And I witnessed that firsthand that day. Firsthand that day. And that was like in 2005, I want to say. 2005. She come, get your hands out my husband, you Jezebel. The whole fucking night.
Oh no, she
Okay,
didn't.
and I'm standing there looking confused. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I was so happy to see Bishop. This is a man that literally has raised me from the pulpit, and he doesn't even know that I looked up to him since my dad died when I was 10 years old. Okay, and I was mortified. I was mortified. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know why the lady was acting that way, like she was acting towards me, as if I was trying to take her husband at 15 years old. At 15 years old. I was 15 years old. And because of that, I wasn't able to do the debutante program. I got treated like I was crazy, like I was some type of husband taker. Do y'all know that lady made me ride home by myself that night? This is why I say, Corey, get it from her. That lady made me ride, and Rashani, if you think I'm lying, ask BJ. That lady put me in a limo that night when we came back for prom and told me that I had to leave. In the middle of the night at 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all. 1 o'clock in the morning. She put me out at that house because she tried to say that I was filling up on her. First of all, okay, who wants Bishop? Because I look grown. Okay, but but I didn't know, I wasn't even aware of my body at 15. I wasn't even aware that I had all these eggs, like I got now. I'm aware now. I jiggle when I walk. I'm aware now, but I wasn't aware then. I wasn't aware that I had a nice body shape. I wasn't aware that I was pretty. Even to this day, I don't try to, because I feel like you're supposed to be humble and you're supposed to be deaf.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Go ahead, talk, and I'll talk after you.
Them old church women, they be so mad and angry at young women and young love and young couples, especially if they ain't married and got no husband. Them old women though, that even but the ones that's married though, they always thinking some little young girl trying to get their husband, but it really be the men looking at them women. And see, that lady, she got some insecurities, first of all.
She definitely got some insecurities. Like, why is you mad at a little girl? And you should be mad at your husband. See, that's what I don't like about some women. Like, y'all always get mad at the little girl, and the little girl ain't doing nothing. It's that grown man that's probably looking at the little girl. And it wasn't even nothing serious like she thought it was.
She was
She
just
had some
standing next to her to
insecurities.
take a picture.
Yeah, she was just standing right there on him. She probably had her hand on him or something in an innocent way. And
And
this
why she have to run up talking about
evil
some, get your filthy hands
and
off
then
of
why you
me?
gotta call her a Jezebel?
Because she probably was a Jezebel growing up.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a damn shame. So she gonna
And
traumatize
that
this
girl,
girl, and then not only that, banned her from teaching the little children's class, made
that's
her
wrong.
ride home, put her out in the middle of the night, all because she stood next to your husband.
And the little girl, like she wasn't like I can agree with her when she say she wasn't aware of her body because she was so young. You know, she was only 15 years old back then. I don't know about the girls now because the girls now is exposed to a lot. But back then, when I was 15, I wasn't really exposed to that much either. I didn't really know too much about sex or anything either at 15 years old. All I knew was that I had a body and stuff when I got older. The older I got, but I can agree. I can relate to her. I mean, if you're not exposed to anything at that age and you grew up in the house where you didn't see a lot of things that you wasn't aware of your body or sex or anything, that's understandable. She didn't know. She didn't know.
Yeah. And then they always hollering some, you just fast. You just, no, she ain't being fast. She's just being a young girl enjoying going to her prom.
Not everybody is fast.
Exactly.
But just like you, cause you were fast. You was fast. Is that what it is? You think she fast cause you was fast? Oh, I can't stand people like that. Like the ones that point the finger at other people. Oh,
But really, her daughter Cora is the one that's fast, sneaking boys in. Her daughter Cora needs to get her ass whooped. While she over
and
here worrying about Michelle. And see, if I was Michelle, I'd have been like, wait a minute, Miss Jakes. I'm
and
not
they
even
didn't
out
even
here
know.
doing none of this stuff. But see, she didn't want to be a snitch on her friend because she know that they all look at her like she the Miss Goody Two Shoes.
Yeah, they didn't know what she was doing, what she was really doing. Just like that movie on, just like Greenleaf. That little girl, they didn't know what that little girl was doing until it started coming out. When
Mm.
the older she got, they didn't realize how messed up in the mind she really was. And she was sneaking and smoking weed and doing all kind of stuff and was showing it to the other girl, her cousin Sophia. She was introducing stuff to her and she didn't know nothing about it. And grew up in the church.
They'll be the worst ones sometimes.
Sophia never grew up, well, she didn't grow up in church because her mom left the church a long time ago because she knew how evil them people was up in there. Her
Right.
mother and her father. And they was being hypocrites. And then when she decided to come back after her daughter was a certain age, she was a teenager. When her daughter met her cousin for the first time, her cousin was smoking weed, introduced her to the weed, was sneaking out, trying to hang out with that boy, sneaking out trying to be with that boy. They was sneaking out of the sleepover at the church
Mm.
to smoke weed in the back of the church. This kind of reacts, like she said, it reminded her of Greenleaf. That's exactly what them people is. Greenleaf.
Yeah.
Tay said I knew
Uh,
some tater tots when I was 15.
uh, yeah. Well, I have to say that. What about she? If she hanging with Cora, I heard a saying, "Birds of a feather flock together." So while Cora was doing all this stuff, what she was doing, watching. I'm just saying. Uh,
No, she was doing it with her. She didn't know anything about that until she started coming around Cora, and Cora was doing probably more stuff than her and introduced it to her. Like, it was peer pressure. When you're a kid, you do what your friends do at a young age.
I mean, that's true.
She was probably being a follower. Kids do that.
So I mean that she was following her then.
He
Okay.
always come with some.
Well, I have to look at
No, you're
everything,
okay, but see, okay, so you're looking at it as if um okay, because I did say birds of a feather flocks together, right? From the
Yeah,
outside, it looks like that. It appears to be that way, right? But not
yeah,
all the time necessarily you can be partaking in the bullshit, right? But because it's basically guilty by association, right? So if you're hanging with two friends and y'all go into a store and one of your friends, just like on Menace to Society, I always got to reference a movie because old dog pulled out the gun and shot the fool, but he didn't know that was gonna happen. But just because he was with him, right? It made him guilty, even though he didn't pull the trigger. So sometimes
Exactly.
you could be hanging
Exactly.
with people and you might not necessarily be doing what they're doing, but because you're hanging with them, it looks like you're doing the same thing though. You see what I'm saying?
I understand that and I get that, but look at how long she. That ain't just one incident. It's like that shit. It's probably way more. It's probably 1,000 incidents she hanging with her more than one time and something happened. I mean, you just That's just one scenario. What about all the other things that she's been doing hanging with her if she's following her?
Okay,
Like
look.
you can't be innocent
She was
all thousand
introduced to
Okay.
it.
times.
She was
Wait a minute. Hold
introduced to
on.
it just
Hold on,
like
Martin.
Menace to Society.
Hold on,
I mean,
Martin.
yeah,
Hold
she
on.
got caught up in it.
Look.
Okay.
So see, Cora knew that the stuff that she was doing, that she could get away with it because she had a scapegoat, which is her friend is the one that's going to catch the slack for everything. And she know that her friend never told on her. Michelle never told what Cora was doing. So now that they're older and they're grown now, she had a baby and she feel like, hey, I could steal her baby and she's not going to say nothing. She never snitched on me before. She's never told on me before. She never told my mom and daddy that I was the one smoking weed. I was the one sneaking out going to meet boys online. She never told this stuff. See, you not looking at it that Cora is the master manipulator behind everything. So she knew she can get away with doing whatever she wanted to this girl, and this girl was still going to be her friend and have her back because the girl was loyal to her. Now, you're looking at it as if because Cora was doing these things that Michelle was doing these things too. But Michelle wasn't really being fast like that. You just
He
heard her
didn't
say
hear he didn't
she
hear the
hadn't been
first
she
part
was a
of the
virgin.
video though. He needs to listen to the whole video, the whole first
No,
part.
no, I don't think that you get what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that if you hanging with somebody, like say like if I'm hanging with somebody and I see they doing things that I don't like what they're doing, I'm not gonna keep hanging with them, correct? I'm gonna go do what I usually do. Like if I play basketball, I'm not gonna hang with somebody that play tennis and then follow them and keep playing tennis. And I don't even play tennis. I'm just gonna sit there and watch them play tennis. No, I'm gonna go hang with people who play basketball.
Okay, but
That's
it
all
don't
I'm
matter
saying.
what she should have, would have, could have done. She did it. She's telling what happened. She's telling what she did, what she went through, her story of when they was younger. Okay, it doesn't matter what she could have did or what she should have did.
It does matter because you can repeat the same thing doing the same thing. I mean, it does matter what you was doing. You know, I mean, you gotta learn from that. It does matter. If you think it doesn't matter, you're gonna repeat it.
Okay, but she's still telling her story of what happened when she was younger with them, growing up.
No, because I was just listening when you saying that she's just watching them being innocent, and I'm saying she can't be all the way innocent if she's hanging with that person. That's all I'm saying because I mean no one is perfect. So I'm saying like if you saying like she just sat around and just she was a bad influence, so it's all Cora's fault for her following her because they looked at her as a princess and everybody look at their child as a princess until
You
they
never
find
been
out that it's
influenced
not.
before. You never been influenced before.
Yeah, that's how I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so
That's
you
exactly
should have
how I know
never
what I'm
been
talking about.
influenced a day in your life.
I
You
should,
should have
I
never
mean,
been influenced. You should have never followed these people. You should have never been
yeah,
a follower. That's basically what you're saying. You're
yeah,
saying that
certain
she should have
people,
never been a follower and she should have just been a leader at 15 years old because she should have known everything at 15 years old.
no, I'm not
Okay.
saying that. No,
Okay,
no,
so
let me explain this. Let me
why
explain this.
didn't Cora say, why didn't Cora tell on herself and say, no, mama, it was really me that one that was smoking the weed. No, mama, don't blame Michelle. It was me, mama. I was the one that's decided to go and leave and sneak out and meet these boys. Why didn't
Exactly.
Cora speak up for her friend if
Because
she
Cora,
was the main one? First of all, Cora is the pastor's daughter. And if anybody that should have known better should have been the pastor's daughter, correct?
correct.
Why aren't you blaming Cora? Why are you blaming this poor woman? Cora should have known better. Her mother is the pastor,
Poor
her father
woman.
is a bishop. They should have taught their daughter. They should have made sure they knew what she was doing.
Cora
Watching
living in
her.
the house with Bishop Jakes, and you don't think she should know better? I'm pretty sure they woke up having Bible study, went to lunch having Bible study, went to dinner having Bible study. She probably heard Bishop Jakes in the shower quoting scriptures. If anybody had
Yeah.
been close to the word, should have been Cora, right?
I didn't see. That's true, but I didn't see
And
people in
Cora
the
should have
church.
been the one saying, "No, Michelle, let's go to church. No, Michelle, I'm not finna go meet no boys. We're gonna go and listen to Bishop preach today. We're gonna go and teach scriptures to the children's church today." And why wasn't Cora being the leader instead of being the leader doing some fucked up shit and then Michelle taking the blame for it?
That's true. There's no disagreement with her being the leader, but I mean, being following up what her dad is doing, she's wrong for that. But my point is, why is this lady that's pretending like she's innocent? We already say Cora is guilty. We all agree on Cora is guilty, but we don't agree on that Michelle is so innocent. She got misled. She was a poor little 2 year old, didn't know what was going on, and they just did all this to her, and she's just so innocent. And like all I'm saying is like I'm not going to
She's
do
pointing,
something.
she's pointing out that these people are not so innocent. What part of that don't you understand? These people are
I s-
not what they say they are. She's
are you listening?
making a point.
Are you listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth? I said Cora is guilty. Cora is guilty.
But
Cora
you're
is
still pointing
guilty.
the finger at this girl, at this. You
I'm
still point.
pointing
You,
the
you keep
finger.
pointing. You keep blaming her for every single thing. Like you, but then you turn around and say, "Okay, we all know she's not innocent. We all know that. We all know this. We all know that." But you still pointing the finger. You still blaming it more on Michelle. That's how I'm looking at
No,
it.
I'm not blaming it. I'm not
I'm gonna tell
blaming it
you why
more on
he's doing
Michelle.
that. I'm gonna tell
No,
you
let
why
me
he's doing that. Because
let me.
he is showing favoritism to Bishop Jake's family and their precious little Cora who stole the lady's baby allegedly. And he over
That's not
here
true.
is is
That's not
following
true.
personality because he likes Bishop Jakes. That's why. You can't say nothing bad about Bishop Jakes or Cora.
I didn't say that. You putting words in my mouth.
No, you didn't
Now
have to say it. You didn't have to say it because what you're saying, how you pointing the finger at this girl, is letting everyone know that
you saying that she's in it.
you're
You
taking up for
said
Bishop Jakes, and I feel that
no.
you
I'm
are
not.
taking up for Bishop Jakes.
You're
And
How
biased.
many how many
You're
times
not
I gotta
neutral
say?
in it
How am I not neutral if Cora is? If I say
because
Cora is
it's
guilty,
clear as day. It's clear
if
as
how's
somebody
that
day
had your
that
baby.
this girl is the one. This
guilty?
girl
Right?
is the one that is being attacked. It's clear to everybody, and you're the
What's
only
what?
one that can't see that.
What?
If somebody stole your baby and had your baby right, were you gonna be happy?
No,
Okay, you signed the paper, so what? But you want your baby now, though. I'm
we not
what,
talking. We not discussing that right now. We
okay. So
discussing
let me ask you a question.
what we
When
talk.
when she said that she was dressed for prom and she stood next to Bishop, right? And Cora came out of, I mean, Sarah came out of the clear blue. Get your hands off of my husband, and ostracized this girl for just standing next to her husband, which is the pastor who she looked up to as a father figure. Do you think she was right or wrong in that, Sarah?
Sarah was wrong. She was being jealous and insecure. That's wrong. It didn't matter if she was 15 or she was 25, and she was wrong.
Okay.
So we agree on that. The thing is, with what I hear is that y'all trying to say Michelle is so innocent, and that's what I don't agree on. That's a stick to that part. Like, okay, we know that Sarah is wrong. We know that Cora is wrong. We know TD Jakes was standing there. He didn't say anything that, as far as I hear right
But
now.
the point of what the girl's
So
trying to make is that they condoned her behavior, and basically is because didn't they didn't know everything that was going on.
You're
pretty much.
missing the point. You're missing the point. You're looking at something, a little glimpse, but you're missing the whole bigger picture of what she's
And
trying
the
to say.
and the
Okay,
thing
it
is,
doesn't, and that's why I say it didn't matter about that. What matters is that she's trying to say what my mom just said, that these people always pointed the finger at her and never at Cora. Cora was the innocent one. She always looked so innocent.
And it
She
sounds
was the
like
one
Cora
never
never
did
got
wrong.
in trouble. Cora never got in trouble for nothing.
Exactly. She never got in trouble. And that's why they created a monster. That's why she's grown today, doing all the things that she's doing, because she never got punished for all the things she used to do when she was younger. Because she was so
okay,
innocent.
okay.
Exactly,
So we
Tay.
agree. We agree on that. Can we say we agree on that? That Cora is
Okay, if
guilty.
you agree with that, okay, let's move on.
Now I want to talk about Michelle. We can't move on because you keep running from that question. Now
What's your question?
Michelle is not innocent. Michelle is
15
not
years old.
innocent.
I mean, what are you saying? When was she not
15,
innocent? What is she not innocent about? Because at 15 years
she
old, she was innocent. So what is she not innocent
15
about?
so 15 years old. You don't know you hanging with the wrong person. I, I mean, you don't know at 15.
Okay,
No,
you're
you don't. No, you don't.
So
You don't know
so
nothing at
so so
15, really.
so
You
you
don't
don't.
know.
it's
But
peer
she
pressure
knew
at 15.
she has sense enough to know that Cora is the bishop's daughter. Do you not understand the setting that we're in? Okay? That's the bishop's daughter. And in the church members' eyes, in the family's eyes, in everybody's eyes, she's supposed to be the good girl. Supposed to
Okay,
be.
supposed to be, but she's not, right?
And
So it
they
don't matter
family
what
had
nobody.
money. Can you imagine? Have you ever been friends with a rich kid?
No,
So you can't put yourself in the shoes of a rich kid in a rich family. They're kind of everybody kisses their ass. Everybody does it.
but I've been around
You
certain
want her to
kids that
stop being
everybody
friends with the
kisses.
rich kid because she's getting blamed for stuff. Like in her eyes as a 15-year-old kid, she's looking at it as if this is her best friend. So she's looking at it as if you got your friends back. You ain't gonna snitch on your best friend. When have you snitched on your best friend for doing some shit? When? When? When?
I don't.
Exactly.
But
So
that's
you
not.
want
But
her
that.
to be like, nope, it was Cora. Let me get up out of here now. No, that was her friend. So she, in her eyes, she's looking at it as if she's being loyal to her friend.
Yeah, she wasn't looking at it like it was a bad thing, like she was doing something really, really bad. You don't look
Right.
at things like that at 15 years old. You don't know nothing at 15. You a
So
kid.
so Cora. So Cora do. She the same age. You saying just because TJ
Because
first dad?
Cora got the manipulation from her mother. Her mother is the one that she mimics. So she's learned this behavior through her mother.
And not only that, she did not, okay, she was not punished for all the things that she should have been punished for. She grew up thinking that it's okay to
Yes.
do all this wrong. It's okay to lie. It's okay to sneak out. It's okay to be bad growing up
Co-
because
uh,
she never got in trouble. Once
according
again,
to
she
you,
never got in trouble.
according to you, the age of 15 that Cora is 15. She don't know no better. She don't know nothing. She's learned from her mother. So she's innocent too. Then according to you, I say they both guilty, but you said if Michelle's innocent, then Cora's innocent too because they're the same age and they both learning from the
What are
same
you
person.
talking about? I'm this
Because
That's
you
not what I'm saying. I'm saying that she never got in trouble. Michelle got in trouble. Cora never got in trouble for nothing. She wasn't
what
so
she
innocent. What part of that
get
can
in tr-
how many ways can I explain it?
what she get in trouble for? Huh?
She got in trouble for a lot of things. Everything. She just said it in the video. You probably missed that part. But she said that Cora was the one that was getting in trouble. for things, not her.
Okay. So if you was
She
hanging
made
with
her mother kicked her out of um, the program. She couldn't participate in a lot of things because they she would always take the blame for everything. It wasn't Court that got blamed for it.
okay, I get
Dante,
that. Now
Dante,
if
she
you was
even got
15,
blamed for being a Jezebel by just standing next to Bishop. Do you understand?
yeah, I understand that.
She got blamed for shit that she didn't even do. So I know you keep trying to say she's guilty, she's guilty. How the fuck is she guilty if she just standing next to Bishop and she get blamed and get called a Jezebel? So
Because I
you're not looking at how she's telling her story, how she feels that she was always getting blamed for stuff and she didn't say nothing about it. All right, let me
y'all
continue
not
with
gonna
the let me
let me say
continue.
this. Let me say this right quick. You're not gonna confuse me, but I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, if you just said that she's been called Jezebel, whatever, and I said that Sarah is wrong. I done said it about 20 times already. Sarah is wrong. Now you trying to say that I said that Sarah's right for doing that?
No,
All I'm
I'm
saying is
just pointing out, in some cases, not all the cases she probably wasn't innocent, but the majority of
yeah.
the time though, she was getting blamed for stuff that she wasn't even doing. Even by Sarah, not only Cora, now her mother. Whoever, if they was doing anything together and something happened, she was gonna get blamed for it. You never been on that side of the fence because you've never
Yeah, I
been that
have.
person that was getting blamed for everything.
You
So
forget
you
who you
don't
talking
know.
to. I get blamed for everything,
I'm
even
talking
when
about
I
when you
don't
was
do
15 years old, you wasn't.
it. I think so, but each his
Well, okay,
own.
what you get blamed for
Okay, well, if you
at
get blamed
15?
for it, then you should understand how she feels.
I
Then
don't want to tell my personal business on here, but yeah, I do get blamed for certain things. I mean, a lot.
But we
Me
ain't
being
talking
the
about
oldest
you.
of
We
my,
talking about
so
Michelle
you
I
and
should
know
Cora.
understand how she feels. Then if you get blamed for everything,
because I can see the part I played in it. Like I know what part that causes the situation of what happened. If I don't see what part I played in that, then how she just gonna go find another Cora and go through the same thing.
it don't matter about that. That's
But the
not the
whole
point.
point,
It
but the
does
That's not
whole
the
matter
point of
point.
it is that Cora was never being a true friend to her from the beginning. Cora
That's the
did
point
not.
she's trying to make. You missing.
and
Yeah,
we agree on that.
if it was a real like mutual friendship, all right, where Cora was this upstanding person that she told the truth, you know what I'm saying, and she took accountability for the stuff that she did. She wasn't doing that. She knew that she could get away with doing stuff and Michelle was going to get blamed for it. She knew she can get away with doing stuff to Michelle and Michelle wasn't going to say nothing, just like in the case of her baby. She thought that she could just take her baby just like she took everything else from her, let her get blamed for everything else. Nobody wasn't going to believe her, and everybody's going to believe sweet old Cora.
I agree with that.
So this is how we hear now because Michelle let a lot of stuff slide in the past that she should have spoke up about, but she didn't. Okay, we're here now. It's a child
Okay.
involved where this woman have stolen it, according to Michelle, and she want her baby back. Now,
Yeah, I agree with that.
why isn't Cora saying, okay, here, I'll give your baby back? If Cora was such a good friend and she was just helping her out during the time of crisis, why wouldn't she give her baby back when the girl want her baby back? Why she gotta run
Because
and hide and then they not answer her call and then block her out of her own son's life? That don't
Cora's
make
not a
no
good friend.
sense. She's
Because she's
not a
not a
good
good
friend,
friend.
Dante. She hasn't never been a good friend. Cora, Michelle just stuck around because Michelle was being a friend to her. It was a one-sided friendship.
But see, we agree on the fact that she should have never even been her friend. We agree on that? We all
Yeah,
know that.
that's
Okay,
that's the point.
she should have never been her friend. But since she was her friend and she didn't deserve to be her friend, I mean, Cora didn't deserve for her to be her friend. she's dealing with what Cora just did to her, and she's
Yeah.
trying to get it back. She's trying to take what's been stolen from her. She's trying to make it right. She's trying, and that's why she's not giving up. She's fighting.
Okay, let me continue.
Down to earth. And nobody is better than the next, and it's always somebody that looks better than you. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be humble. I don't try to make it. I'm not stuck up. For lack of better words. I'm not stuck up. I've never been stuck up. I wasn't stuck up then. I'm not stuck up now. The only difference between then and now is you can't tell me I'm ugly. You can't tell me I'm fat. You can't tell me I don't look good, and you can't tell me that this ass don't jiggle when I walk. You can't tell me that now. But at 15, I was unaware of those things. So I'm not taking a picture with this man because I am lusting after him. I'm taking a picture with this man because I've looked up to Bishop. I've read all his books at this point. I've read all his books. I've been to the conferences. I've always tried to help. Like my mom, wherever Bishop traveled, we travel all the way to motherfucking Florida. When we have missions in Mexico and South America, Guyana, I looked up to this man. I didn't lust after this man. And that woman called me a Jezebel, and that woman put me in the car, and that woman sent me home in the middle of the night. Just like Cora did me, just like Cora did Monet, just like Cora did anybody of Brandon's parents. She did that for my mama. This misconception of what reality is, and instead they're made up reality. She got that from her mama. I just want the record to reflect that I never willingly gave my son. And I don't know what my son has endured living with him. Because I know what was going on while I was trying to fight for him. And I don't think y'all really know how it feels when you can't do anything to protect your child. You can't do anything. Or you're scared because you might lose your life. Or you might lose everything that you worked so hard to do. Because when you fighting people with power and people with a name, that shit is hard. Because they have all the resources. They have all the money to influence a decision for their behalf. And then it's just little on you. Like it's just little on me. It's scary as fuck. You don't know what to do. Like, if I speak out, am I gonna end up dead tomorrow? If I speak out, you know what I'm saying? Are they gonna try to shut everything down that I have to the point where I don't have nothing?
That's another thing. She was scared. She was scared. She couldn't really do anything about it, and she was scared for her life. That these people with all this money and all this power can come after her and kill her or destroy her life, take her kids, her other kids, or something, or take where she live, her home. Everything that she worked so hard for. She couldn't do nothing. Have you ever been in a situation or a predicament where you couldn't do anything about it? You couldn't even protect your own children.
I want to know if her husband has been charged and of continuous sexual assault on the 13-year-old child that they adopted. Why is Jason still in the home? Why are these children still in the home? Because we all know in the real world, if one of your kids gets sexually assaulted, CPS is coming in and they're taking and removing all the children until the investigation is completed. Because they're going to have to take those children and get them physically tested. Make sure that they're good.
So how come they haven't did it in the Potter's home?
Exactly. Because they have shunned the media. The media in Dallas is not even covering this story because they've been paid off. It's another content creator
It's
by the
clear as
name,
day.
Tanique Reviews. He posted that they went to Dallas. They actually contacted Dallas media to get why they're not covering this story, and they didn't even answer the phone. They blocked them. Why is it doing all? I mean, it's just, y'all know that if this was any other person other than TD Jakes, this story would have been all over the news. Why did they arrest the husband at 10:39 at night when everybody sleep?
But you know what, TD Jakes, you think you're so high, you think you're so powerful, and your daughter and your wife and all them, because y'all got money and all that. Okay. But there's something even more powerful than you. And you're finna come down. You're gonna get stopped. And I can't wait to see that. There's a higher power than you. So you keep on doing what you're doing. Cause all y'all finna go down. Every last one of y'all. And I can't wait to see that day.
Wow. That's
And
all.
not just TD Jakes. Anybody else who think they got power because of the money. So go ahead if you want to finish playing the video, or if anybody else
Go
has
ahead.
something to say.
I just wouldn't want to. I mean, I do got partial blame for my children, but I wouldn't want to take the full blame for something my child did. If I teach them, they go their way, and that's all I have to say about that. They make their own decisions, even if they know the truth or not the truth. They still grown and make their own decisions.
Dante, you said they still grown and make their own decision. Who you think is backing Cora?
He the one was on the phone with her while she was going over there to take the girl's child. What are you talking about?
He lost again. Like, what are you talking about? He's the one that's backing her. You don't think he can make a couple of phone calls to a lawyer, to all the lawyers in Atlanta? This is the reason why this case is going to the FBI now. Because all the lawyers in Dallas is obviously paid off by TD Snakes.
And that's a fact. They are going to the FBI.
So while you keep on caping for this family, like they can't be brought down to size. You know why? It's probably his time. Because he's been
You
running through
know,
this motherfucker for the last 10 or 15, 20 years, destroying families and lives. What good has it done? Look at his kids.
Taking
I
people's
thought if a
money,
man couldn't run his own
robbing,
household, how he gonna run anybody else? He can't even
robbing
get
the
his own house in
churches,
order.
and knowing that he's a freaking evil person doing all this evil stuff, putting up a front, making himself look so good, just like all the other pastors in the churches. And
He's came out.
I ain't gonna say all
Bishop
of them,
TD,
but majority of them.
y'all, Bishop TD Jace came out with a response, and he said that my daughter's son was adopted. Official. It was an official adoption or whatever. Okay, then why y'all seal the records? It should be public information. Why is it sealed? And if it was done correctly, why can't you unseal it and prove it? Because it's not what this mother is saying. So if he's a man of God and a man of honor, why don't he come out and clear this shit and show the proof and respond to this mother? Say, hey, listen, you gave us your son or whatever. Where do it say that she didn't want to be in her son's life? Where's where's that paperwork? It's sealed. We can't see it. We can't prove what you're saying is correct because we got a mother out here on social media claiming that your fucking daughter has conned her out of her baby. And we want answers. We want to know why the fuck are y'all ignoring her? We want to know why Cora is not letting her visit with her son since they had a relationship since 12 and 13 years old? These are the questions that the people want to know. And he gonna sit his fat looking ass over there and not respond, not say nothing, and he's supposed to be the leader of the family? Fuck Cora at this point. Where your daddy at? I want to talk to your daddy. This lady out here crying her heart out, telling people to share her video, telling people to tag their names in the video. And ain't nobody gonna do nothing? Y'all don't care? I don't really give a fuck what happened when they was 15 years old. That's besides the fucking point. So let me continue.
If you speak out, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just tired. Like this whole molestation charge, and it's the fact that he says continuous. So if it's continuous, how many fucking times was it fucking done? And was Jason a part of it? Was my son touched? That's what I want to know. Was my son touched? Was my son raped? Was my son molested under your care? Since you felt like he was so much better with you, that you felt like he needed to be with you, that being with his first mom, the woman that carried him, the woman that pushed him out, he was so much better being with you. If that was the case, how the fuck did this happen now? How did this happen now? One thing I can tell you is none of them motherfuckers, and I'm not calling motherfuckers like that, but none of them goddamn kids that's been up under my roof, that I've raised, that I've taken care of, ain't none of them been touched. Ain't none of them been molested. Ain't none of them been raped. Ain't none of them been loved in their arms around Jesus. But you want to take my child and not even properly care for him, and then have him in a home with a rapist and an abuser and a molester, and I'm supposed to continue to keep quiet before I even got to this stage that I'm at right now. I messaged this bitch. I've emailed her. And I wasn't even on the level that I am right now. It was very calm. It was very cool. It was very collect. And nobody wants to reach back out to me. Nobody. We're talking years. We're not just talking a couple months. We're talking years. I have to do what I have to do to protect my baby. You are absolutely right, because that's my baby, to the point of them cutting his hair. They cut my baby hair when I told them not to cut his hair. He changed his name, knowing that he's named after my brother that died when I was 4, Jason Cook. My brother, my oldest brother, he died when I was 4. Jason is named after him. His middle name is Lamont, after my brother on my mom's side. My brother's name is Shelton Lamont. Caleb, his grandmother gave him the middle name Caleb. That's his name. Not no Jason Gabriel Coleman. That ain't his fucking name. His name is Jason Lamont Caleb Brown. And say that shit. Say that shit. Jason Lamont Caleb Brown. Justice for Jason Lamont Caleb Brown, who was wrongfully taken through the Fort Worth Terry County court system and through the money of Bishop T.D. Jakes Sr. and his wife and his daughter. And that's some real ass shit. That's real. Scream that shit to the rooftop, because I'm not letting up. 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 You're going to have to kill me. You're going to have to fucking kill me. And if I die, as I said this before, if I die, they killed me. They killed me. It wasn't no accident. It wasn't no car crash just out of the blue. I didn't commit suicide. I didn't jump off no bridge. I didn't shoot my own self. They killed me. And I'm tired of being quiet. I'm tired of just taking whatever the fuck they want to give or display this lie. They lying to the masses, baby. They are lying to the masses. They are lying to the people that follow them, that flock after them. They lying to all y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I just need to know if y'all can hear me. All they're going to do is keep lying. Hi, Jamon. All they're going to do is keep lying. Lying, 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 lying. That's all they're going to do is keep lying. So if y'all wondering why Michelle don't go to church no more, because everybody know me as a prostitute, and I still get dreams, I still see things, I still get visions, I still get all of that. But I'm not preaching in nobody's church. Oh no. I'm not going into nobody's Sunday service or Wednesday night service. I'm not opening no Bible. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of it. You understand what I'm saying to you? And this is why. This is the fuck why. Motherfuckers are hypocrites. How dare you get on the stage and preach the word of God that is supposed to be so sacred? You're preaching the word of God to thousands and millions of people. Thousands and millions of people. But behind closed doors, you are destroying lives and families. And y'all are okay with it. Y'all still go to this man's church. Y'all still paying tithes. I ain't paid tithes since 2017, and I've still been getting blessed. And I've still been getting blessed. And I still talk to God on a day. I call him the Most High. I call him the Most High. Because anytime 22 chapters is missing out of books, baby, there's nothing I can do with that at that point. I know God is real. I know it's a higher being. And that's just what I got for it. I pray to the Most High. And I still walk with God. And I'm still being blessed. And I ain't got no church, no goddamn money. What am I giving money to them for when they have a 501c3? They're enough.
Okay.
She said, I'm still getting rich. I ain't paid no tithes.
You know
And I
that
still
they,
get
you know
rich.
that that's a lie, because they are could definitely that's the biggest deception, because I mean they don't give nothing. I mean, what have they actually given back with all the money that they've been making? Taking
No,
trips in their
baby. No,
private jets,
baby. This
taking
is
trips,
a
having $3 and
business.
$4 million homes,
This
living
is a
high on the
business.
hog, running around here, bribing people with their money, paying off judges with their money, stealing babies with their money, feeling like they're above the law. Okay? And you are never too high and mighty to get brought down. Okay? That's a lie. They're deceiving
No,
people
they got to
out
make
of
their
their
money.
money.
That's what it is. This is a business, and that's how they make their money. Millions of people paying millions of dollars. And for every dollar from a million people, that's what? $1 million. That's how they get paid. It's a
And
business.
you know reason why they're trying to cover this up, because their name is at stake, their money is at stake. Okay? And they know that they're going to be exposed, they're going to lose it. and they don't want to lose it. So they're going to fight her tooth and nail. Instead of just giving this lady her money back, her money, and instead of just giving her baby back, why is y'all still trying to lie and cover up this scam? And how many other babies have y'all stolen? How many other mothers have y'all done this to? And I'm telling y'all right now, since she's coming out with her story publicly, it's probably going to be another set of mothers, because that other 13-year-old daughter she got looked Mexican. So who was her mother? Did she steal her too? How many babies have y'all stolen and sold? Now I'm finna get down to the root of everything. I want to know what else is going on behind the scenes. We don't know. Huh? Okay, continue on.
Nonprofit organization. Fuck out of here. I'm sick of them. I am sick of them. I am sick of them. I am sick of this image that they try to portray to the world, and that's not fact. That's not who they are. That's not what they're not about family. If they were about family, they would never took my damn child. If they were about family, they would have been reached out. If they were about family and about what the word of God states, this shit should have been reconciled. But no, it's not about the word. It's about public perception. That's what the fuck it's about. Public perception. How people will perceive them. Their public image. That is more important than the damage that is going on behind a closed door. That is so baffling to me. And every day, y'all get online and listen to this motherfucker. Every day, y'all paying your motherfucking tithes, going to Wednesday night Bible study, going to Sunday church, 2, 3, 4, 5 different services in one motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day. To a church that kills, steals, and destroys. Jason Gabriel Coleman, that is not my baby name. My baby name is Jason Lamont Caleb Brown. I am his mother. I am his biological mother. I am the woman that carried that seed. See, I have been attacked through my children since I had my kids, which tells me it is something great on their life. They're not just regular human beings walking this earth. And I can't just be a regular human being walking this earth. I have something greater that's on me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be being attacked the way that I be attacked. I'm only attacked through my kids. And I'd be damned. I'd be damned if I continue to let my child be tainted. You know, I used to try to relish in the fact that Jason is gonna get older one day, you know what I'm saying? And when he gets older, he'll be able to see how mommy fought for him. He'll be able to see, you know, that I didn't give up. But fuck that. I'm gonna fight now. I'm gonna keep fighting now. He ain't gotta wait till he get older to find his mama. Cause I'm gonna be on every motherfucking news station. I'm gonna be on every motherfucking magazine. I'm gonna be on every interview, whatever interview I have to do to get my son back. I'm gonna do it. And whatever interview or anything that I have to do to save another family from this, I'm gonna do it. And whatever cost that it comes to, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it because it's not right. It's not right to take people's kids. It's not right to take people's kids, especially from a mother who you know good and goddamn well gonna take care of that child as if she was the only child. Just like she do all of them. Baby, you gotta go back to the other lines, Paul. I'm calling out Bishop T.D. Jakes and Cora Coleman for taking my son for the molestation that's been going on in the home with my child. That's what's going on in this lie. That's what's going on in the other lie. And all the truth is about to come out. because I'm not going to keep my mouth closed no more. And the people that's around her, that's encouraging this madness and this sick behavior, y'all are at just as much fault as she is and as that family. All of y'all. All of y'all. I'm coming from all of y'all. I'm coming for each and every last one of y'all that had anything and everything to do with my child being taken from me. And the shit that he's gone through, potentially gone through while being in that house, while being in that care. Because I don't even fucking know. I don't even fucking know. I don't even fucking know. I don't know what he's been witnessing. I don't know what he's experienced. All I do know is on May 4th, 2022, Brandon Coleman was arrested for continuing child molestation in the home. Not shit. We don't even know if it was somebody at the church. We don't know who he didn't touch. We don't know who he didn't rape. I know my child was in the motherfucking home. I know that much. I know Jason Lamont Caleb Brown was in that goddamn home. I know that much. And that's where you have me fucked up. But see, here's the thing. What you sow is what you reap. Anything that's done in the dark is going to come to the light. It's only a matter of time. 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 You cannot kill, steal, and destroy people's lives and people's families and think that shit is not going to come back on you. You can't always keep your hands clean, baby, when you always playing dirty. There's no way. Just like the Patriots, they done won all these games and then come to find out it's been deflated balls. It's been deflated balls, but they done won all these games. But now the credibility is being questioned. Just like now, your credibility is being questioned. It's a lot of shit that's been going on inside the walls of the Potter's house. A lot of shit that's been going on inside the walls of the motherfucking Potter's house. A place that's supposed to be for healing and restoration. There ain't no fucking healing and restoration. A lot of grief, a lot of strife, a lot of demeaning, a lot of belittling, a lot of destroying, a lot of destructiveness. Not no healing, no restoration. Not no healing and no restoration. That's the fuck off. That's the fuck off. And then they try to present themselves as this family dynamic, like they really fuck with each other like that. Like they love each other, but come on now. Come on now. Let's keep it all the way real. Cora only got her book deal that she got with that Faith in It book is because she basically coerced her daddy into doing it because Sarah had a book deal. Sarah was going on tour. It's always a competition for Cora with Sarah, never a competition with Sarah for Cora. Okay? Let's just be clear. The stories that she said in that book are not all the way factual. They're not all the way factual. It's not the whole truth. It's not anything close to the truth. The whole thing that she put in that book about me and my son is not true. I didn't even read the book before it. When it came out, I didn't even get a copy. I didn't get a copy until she had the book released and she signed the copy. When we went to court, I wasn't even able to bring the book in as evidence. All the evidence that I had and that I was trying to get, I couldn't get because when we were supposed to go to the new trial, they told me it was a continuance of trial when it was. because the judge hit the gavel and said, I declare this as a mistrial, not I declare this as a continuance of trial. So the second trial, we were supposed to go through the same thing that we did on the first trial, a discovery period, preliminary hearing, all of these things that it didn't happen. They told me that I was not able to do it. They set the deadline where I couldn't possibly get any information. Oh, they did whatever the fuck they had to do to either make me concede my fight or to make me lose my fight, because they knew that they were wrong. They knew they was wrong. So I had a jacked up trial. The first trial, Jerome Stursky, after he was trying to convince me to be okay with just having visit. Get out. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do this. Get out. He wanted to convince me to be okay with just having visitation rights. I'm not okay with that. I wasn't okay giving my son up to begin with. I never said that I wanted to do that. In fact, I was adamant about not wanting to do that. So when the day of trial comes, we get a trial now, a preliminary hearing. It's where you go where the lawyer, or if you pro se, which means you represent yourself. You go before the judge, both of y'all, and it's a sheet. It's two sheets. Some might be front and back. Some might just be, single sheet. But basically, it is what you're able to say and discuss during the trial, right? And it's what both parties agree on. So the first preliminary hearing, my lawyer agreed not to bring up Bishop J, which I don't know why, but I know why to this day, because he was working with the board. Pause on that. Before then, when he needed to pull my medical records for Jason from the hospital, he didn't go to the hospital to get them. You know where he went? He went to Cora's lawyer's office, which now looking back on it, I see the setup. Because number one, if I'm paying you to be my lawyer, why are you going over to Cora's lawyers getting any type of information about my medical records? Why are you going to the direct source of where my medical records come from when you're fighting for me?
Right.
Because if you getting them from them, ain't no telling what they could have possibly done to the medical records. You understand what I'm saying? But that's not what you did. You went and got my medical records from them. He didn't go get my medical records from the motherfucking place. He got it from Cora's lawyer. Okay? That's where it's a court. In a preliminary hearing, they already agreed that they was not going to bring up Bishop TD. Why? I don't know. So when we get Bishop TD or their finances, so when we get to court, the first day of trial, it was a 3-day trial. The first day of trial. This is I want to say that was September 2016 is when they filed this, because this has to be June 2017. On the other live, I have my date wrong. It was September 2016 when they filed the order of me signing my rights off. Fast forward a year later to June 2017. June 2017, we had a three-day trial. The first day of trial, and my lawyer's opening statement is called a V or dog. And his opening statement, he mentions Bishop TD. That it's too late, Zanya. I've been on. I'm like going 2 hours now. And his opening statement, he said something about Bishop and their finances. You know what the other party automatically does? They get up and they say, Judge, we want to ask for a mistrial. Why? Because in the preliminary hearing, they had already agreed that Bishop J in the finances couldn't be brought up. Now, fast forward to when I represented myself in trial by myself. Fast forward to this, represent myself by myself. When we was doing the preliminary hearing, they was trying so hard to get me to agree not to bring up Bishop T.D. Jakes in their finance. I said, why would I agree to do that when my son has been at his house? When I've had to pick my son up from his house, when he was on the phone with his daughter, when she was at my house trying to get my son from me. I have to be able to bring him up. I have to be able to bring him up. I also have to be able to bring up the finances because they pay their daughter. Their daughter is on the church payroll. They are the owner and the pastor and the bishop of the church. So I have to be able to mention about their finances. I have to be able to mention about this. So when they tried to fight me tooth and nail, I'm going to tell the truth concerning it. I know you know, bro. I know you know. Because you done went through some shit with this family too. You done went through some shit with this family too. So I know you know. Why would I not bring up Bishop T.D. Jakes in that fight?
Y'all, hold on. This is super triggering. So they paid her lawyer, and then the lawyer basically stopped representing her at some point. And then she had to represent herself, knowing she's not a lawyer, knowing she don't know nothing about court, the law. This lady up here by herself fighting for her own son, and these people got, I'm pretty sure, the top paid lawyers you can find in Dallas. And just dogging this lady. I mean, come on, y'all. Like,
Yeah, they had a huge advantage over her. There was no way she was going to win. There was no way she was going to win in court. And they knew that.
They knew it. I'm hella triggered.
It was all planned out from the beginning. They had it all planned out. Sneaking and conniving to get this woman's child.
When they pay their daughter. When my son is at their house. When my son has been around them. I have to be able to speak about this because it's detrimental to my case. And now that, so the judge, to make it seem like she was being fair, allowed that to happen. Allowed it to happen. But I never got on the stand. I was never able to testify. Cora got on that stand, like I said in the other line, looking and sounding like Amber Heard from the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation. Looking and sounding, I mean, not a tear falling. You're faking on stand, trying to make yourself cry. You ain't crying. You ain't doing none of that shit. You just acting, and it's bad acting. It's bad acting. It's bad acting. To the point where she took up the day, you know, and it's my first time representing myself. So I was, you know, kind of hung up on the objections and when to object or whatever and stuff like that. So the day ended, you know, and that's when the next day came, and that's when they presented the video of me smoking a cigar. You know, and if I would have known what I know now, I would have been like, they're trying to say it was marijuana. I was like, I would have been able to say, if I would have known what I know today, they snakes in the grass. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. 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 I'm I've been quiet for so long. I've been reaching out to these people for so long. It is 2022. It is about to be 2023. Why do I have to keep being quiet? When every lawyer I try to get, they pay them off, or they just don't want to represent me because of who I'm fighting against or who I'm coming up against. I don't have nothing else in me to keep me quiet and trying to fight behind closed doors. They get close to you to find out your weakness, then they capitalize on it, and then they throw you to the wolves to be ate and fucking alive.
Can
That's
you
what
pause
the
it
fuck
real
these
quick?
people do. And that's what they do. That's what they do. They prey on your vulnerability. Your vulnerability. They
Mom,
prey
can you
on
pause
it.
it real quick?
They prey on it.
Okay, I just want to say something. Okay, these people, how they taking advantage of her, and how they have all this high power over her. This is so true because she feels defeated. She feels cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been quiet for so long. She's been holding this in. Can you imagine the kind of turmoil she must feel right now?
I feel
To
her
be
pain. It's sad.
and to be able to finally get it out. I mean, this is a release for her as well. Being able to finally tell the world.
And I don't respect these people. I don't like these people. These people are wicked. They're wrong. They're evil. They say they're for God's people. They say that, that their word is true when they read it out the Bible, but then their actions does not represent what they speak and what they say. That's called a hypocrite. And
And
if anybody
the
is
lawyers
confused at this point, then you're just lost, and I don't know what to tell you.
the
It's clear as
lawyers
plain
don't
as
want to
day.
go against the lawyers don't want to go against him because of his high power and his reputation and his money. So it leaves her at a very, very high disadvantage.
And it's making them look even more guiltier by the fact that they won't even speak up and say anything.
Then they're paying people to go up on the stage, on the stand, I'm sorry, and testify against her. I mean, what kind of people are these people?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What kind of
This is
people?
I've never. I mean, this is I haven't even. I've never. I would have never even heard of this story. Anybody never that ever would even would do some stuff like this
Can y'all hear this girl
in
in
the
her
church.
pain? Can
In
y'all
the
hear?
church.
Can y'all hear this girl in her pain of what she is going through? Does anybody out there that have a heart? Can y'all hear this girl's pain? She's crying out for help. Any mothers out there that's ever had their child taken away from them, can you speak for her? Can you share these videos? Anybody who's never had to go through this, can you share? Share, please.
Mhm. Mhm. Who does that? I mean, I already know they some crooks. They're some criminals. You right, Tay. They are they are crook.
I've never seen nobody this crooked before. And these are high value,
They're
high
witches.
people that you're
They're
looking at.
witches. They're
And
witches.
and they're really behind closed doors. They're doing all this destruction. Black
Mhm.
people and people that's trying to bring family that say that they're all about family, and there's so much more to tell, and she can't even tell probably everything that they doing. It's just so much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me
And they think
continue.
that, and let me say one more thing. They taken, like, they think that they could get away with all this, and they doing all this in the churches, and they think they gonna keep trying to get away with it as long as they keep doing it. As long as they keep getting away with it, they gonna keep on doing it. So they have to be stopped. Okay.
Okay.
They prey on it. They prey on it. And they connive and they concoct plans until they get what they want. At whatever cost. At whatever cost. At whatever cost that it carries. They don't care. Because they got enough money in the world to pay off any and everybody that they need to pay off, to keep them in good standing, to keep them in a good and perfect image. Do you know, to this day, I can't even hear Bishop J's voice? I can't even listen to Sarah's voice. You know the little TikTok videos and the Instagram videos, and you know they're doing the narration because it's bits and pieces of their sermons. I immediately have to hurry up and scroll. It's literally dealing with PTSD every time I hear their voices. Anytime somebody make I automatically skip over 7 years of trauma. I can't be quiet no more. It's nothing I can be quiet about. It's nothing that I can be quiet about no more. I am tired of trying to fight this behind closed doors and I'm not getting anywhere. I am tired of trying to give them some type of respect and trying to fix this behind closed doors, and I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting anywhere. But year after year and day after day, I'm not seeing my tail. That shit is aching. That shit is painful. That shit hurts my tail to know that you didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't beat my baby. I didn't hit my baby. I didn't abuse my baby. I didn't leave my baby alone. I wasn't a bad mom. You just took my baby because you can't have kids. And that's not right. And I can't keep being quiet about it. I will own up to my mistakes. I will own up. Exactly. I'm not I'm not the only one that they've done this to it. And I don't speak up. I don't speak out. And nobody's going to come forward. And I'm going to be forever fighting by myself. I'm going to be forever fighting this by myself. That whole molestation thing is the cherry on the top. I can't keep quiet. I can't be silent no more. I don't know my baby is doing being raped or molested or touched. I don't know. And then they said it was more than just being touched. Like he actually had sex with the girl. He actually raped her. I can't be quiet no more. I've been so strong. I've been so strong. I've been so quiet. I've not said anything for years. I might have said bits and pieces, but I ain't never just said it out loud. And I can't keep privately struggling with this and being quiet about this when I know that I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that experienced it and gone through it and had to deal with it and that is currently dealing with it. I don't know what else to do at this point but to tell the world. I don't know what else to do at this point but to tell the world. Because how many victims do it have to be? How many more victims does it have to be before somebody says enough is enough? How many? How many? How many? Teens, I ain't stop arguing. I love both of y'all. How many more victims does it have to be? How many more victims does it have to be before somebody takes a stand and says enough is enough? Enough is the fuck enough. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough. You parading around this world as so safe, but letting your daughter do whatever the fuck she wants to do. Yeah, I'm not the first one. They didn't pay people out to be quiet. Let's just keep it all the way real. They didn't pay people out to be quiet about other situations that has happened. May. The girl name is May something. But her and Cora and Brandon mess around behind closed doors. And I guess they did something to May, and May was threatening to expose. You know what I'm saying? Was threatening to expose it. So they fired her, banned her for coming to the church, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all, but this is not a church organization, okay? This is a cult. This is a organization that feeds on weak people that are just searching for God, for knowledge, for answers. For some people really are looking for the true word, but they're not getting it through him. They're not getting it through that man. That man is a cult leader. If you don't agree with them, if you don't do what they want you to do, they will kick you out, ban you, ostracize you. They think they can do whatever the hell they want to do in the name of God. And that's not a prophet. That's a false prophet. And if you be deceived, then you know what? You got to wake up. You got to see the truth for what it is. You don't let nobody con you. You research yourself, read between the lines. And these people are under demonic brainwashing, witchcraft. They're under a spell. And even if you tell them what they're doing, a lot of these people is not going to stop following him. But one thing we can do is put the word out, and at least we can help this lady get her baby back. I'm only doing this because it touched my spirit. I feel this lady's pain. I don't really need to see no more of the video. I'm already convinced that they've stolen her baby. And even if it was under the wrong impression, maybe they thought she was giving her baby away. I don't know. It doesn't matter. She want her baby back. That's all that matters to me. I don't care what you thought I was going through. or I couldn't take care of him. I'm telling you, I can take care of him and give you my baby back. I'm speaking of it on the woman's side. I don't care about how that man feel. I don't care about how because he's a pastor and a bishop and a prophet or whatever he want to call himself. Your daughter took this lady's baby, claimed him as her own, changed the baby's name, won't let her see him, and y'all not gonna do nothing? Y'all not gonna say nothing? I don't respect that. I can't get down with that. So
Yes, and
I'm
these people are brainwashed. And they're brainwashing the ones that are listening to them. And it's hypnotism, and this is real, you guys. This is real. It's not just in the movies, it's not just in the shows. This is actual real life. And the truth, a lot of people, we don't like to believe the truth because the truth is hard to believe and it's hard to sink in. It's hard to understand, but it doesn't change that it's the truth. And the truth can be the most strangest thing. And we naturally just don't want to believe it because we don't want to accept that is something so ugly. It can be ugly, you guys. People can do ugly things. People can be really mean. They can be monsters. They can be corrupt. Even the people that we look up to every day, we don't want to accept that these people are doing this to us because we trusted them and we loved them. We looked up to them. And we don't, just like we don't want to believe that someone would break our heart, that our loved ones will break our hearts. But it doesn't change the fact that it can happen. The truth is the truth, and we can't change it, unfortunately.
it sounds like to me that they don't even believe what they're preaching. They don't
Um,
even live by what they're preaching.
for
They're not
me,
doing what the word says.
for me,
Where are they
I
doing that at in the Bible?
for me, to me, it doesn't matter if he's the preacher or the pope or whoever the title he is or whoever. You know, I believe in the word in the Bible, and if if I get some knowledge of the Bible and I read it and I search it for myself and I know what's that it becomes true. Um, I know it's true because I actually practice some stuff that's in that Bible. Not everything, but some things that's in there, and it's became a way of living. And I don't look at what they doing. I mean, if they wrong, they wrong. You know, I'm not here to to defend him, and then I'm not his lawyer or anything like that. Like people would think that just because he's a pastor and he preached the word, that certain people that listen, meaning that they know the person or they know what they do after they preach the word. For me, it doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't because I don't hang with him and I don't really know him. I just know that when I read the word, I search it out for myself. And God's been blessing me through a lot of things, bringing my family closer, giving me clear vision where I could see what's real and what's not real from the facts, from the truth. Um, I learned how to pray for folks instead of putting them down. Myself and myself, I put myself down so much that now I lift myself up. I ask God to lift me up, learn how to love myself. So when I see things like this, that a girl that's crying for help and it's like you said, no one's doing anything about it. It's a sad situation, but we hope and we pray that God intervenes in this situation to give that lady back her baby because she's hurting. It doesn't matter what she's done or how she did it or what's her past record or whatever it is. That baby deserved to be with her mother, and her mother deserved to be with that baby. And I agree 100% with love that this woman needs her baby. So I agree with this program of saying love thy neighbor, and please find it in your heart. Anyone, whoever has control or who has the power, God has all power, but but I see God work through people. So I know that it's a person that God can use to give that lady baby. And I
The
believe
one that got the baby is Cora.
if, if God touches her heart to
If God
give that
touches her heart. So
baby
if
back,
in 4 years she done had this baby, going to sleep at night, ain't thought about calling the lady saying nothing. And all of a sudden God gonna touch her heart.
well, I didn't see things worse than that happen for people.
No, them court documents gonna touch her heart. The FBI gonna touch her heart. When we get down to the bottom of it, and they reopen up this case and they go to a higher source other than the people that her daddy done paid off, okay? They
But I
gonna
know,
get her to open up her heart, and that baby gonna get released. Because
I
if it
know,
was up to Cora, she would never get that baby back.
I know a higher power, higher than TDJ, higher than the court department. I know someone higher than the president, higher than the person that's running this country, higher than the devil, Satan, higher than all the ones that they think is powerful. I know someone that's powerful, all powerful, and that's God. May we find him now. May we ask him to forgive us of our sins and ask him to soften her heart or whoever needs to need needs to be done in this situation that it happened. And I believe it can. Because
Okay,
this
but
one,
she not asking for forgiveness because she's not even acknowledging that she stole the baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
But who's to say she won't ever acknowledge that she stole the baby?
She don't gotta acknowledge that she stole the baby. When the lady, okay, so when she reopens this case, which they are gonna reopen this case because it's now in the FBI hands. You see, you gotta have real foot and boot on the ground to get things done at the same time. While you praying that the Most High does it, something has to take place in the natural. I understand you're going by a supernatural, faith-based, spirit-filled request, right? It still has to be manifested through the physical realm, which we are in the physical realm. And the
And
boy
that's
is physically not with the mother.
and that's what I said. It has to be some God works through people. So it has to be someone, something for it to happen. Action has
Right,
to
but we
be.
can't we can't I know, but we can't sit around and just just pray that it's going to happen. You have to physically do something to get it done. We're physically doing something by getting it done now by spreading the word. Because somebody's going to see this video, and then somebody's going to see it, and they're going to pass it on. They're going to get the word out. They're going to hear the story. Things are going to happen.
When someone touched someone's heart to put this video out, someone touched somebody's heart to put that video out, if that's the route it has to take, then let it be. But something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I believe, I that's what I believe because I didn't see with my own eyes that miracles happen in my life. So it's not no doubt that I doubt the higher power, which is God, my creator.
So even if we even if all we have to do is just do our part and the Lord is on our side, either way it goes. And I believe that the Lord is on this woman's side here that's speaking now because she's actually speaking out finally and getting out into the open, and the whole world is going to find out the truth. So as long as you're doing your part, not just praying about it, but actually doing something about it, doors
Yeah,
will start opening and things will start changing. Yes.
because I hear her saying it, and she said she's not afraid. She said something happened to her, then they did it and all this stuff. So I understand that she's stepping out on faith, that she have to believe something, and then she putting it into action by doing something about it, by speaking, by telling it, by sharing it, and no other things that we may not know that she's doing behind closed doors of what she's trying to do to get her baby back that she didn't say. So I believe, or someone listening to what she said or what we said or what someone else said. So you never know how it can happen, but I just know that it can happen. That's my point. And do I have the power to do it? No, but I can do I but I do what I can do, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm speaking on it. I prayed about it without being on this um, platform. I prayed before I went to bed last night about the situation, and I see the good in it. As the bad happened, there's some good in it too. That she's gonna be able to get her baby back. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't see it in the physical, don't mean it ain't gonna happen in the physical later. Because it's a spiritual battle that's going on, and the spiritual battle is that I gotta be able to believe so I can do. And once I do, then the action start. And then God do what He do. I do what I do, and she do what she do. Faith without works is dead. So it's something I believe, then I gotta put it into action. Comes with a thought, follow up by some action. And I believe that she's doing those things. I believe that she said she believe in God. She don't believe in the church. And she believe that God is going to help her through this situation. Even though she's feeling angry and she has the right to feel angry. And there's nothing wrong with her being angry about that situation. It's not hurting anybody by what she's saying. She's just speaking her truth. And you could feel well, I could feel the pain of what's going on and
So it doesn't matter about whether you've been deceived the first time, but as long as you keep on not being deceived, like if like they say, shame, if you hurt me once, shame on you. If you hurt me twice, shame on me. Like, don't keep being deceived. You know the word, you know the truth, and it's up to you to continue to keep following false prophets and false leaders who are guiding you down the wrong path. Now that you know the truth, only you will be accountable.
Okay, I'm gonna continue.
You know what I'm saying? And then when she threatened to expose, they ended up paying her. And Cora told me, and I ain't lying, and I ain't lying. And if May, if anybody can find May, she was the light-skinned girl with the pretty eyes. She was around like in 2014, because I don't have a reason to lie. But then Cora had, as a matter of fact, Cora had her birthday party that summer of 2014, that summer at Bishop's private little condo or something like that, little condo or loft in Dallas. I had her birthday party there, and May was there. May used to be her personal assistant, or something like that. So 20 years old. There is no proper way. I don't know what other way to go. I've tried to go the quiet route. I've tried to go the route of just going to the court, dealing with the court. But I'm dealing with people with power and money. So the only power I have is social media. That's the only power I have right now. And that's more powerful than money. So the only place I can go to right now is social media. Don't no lawyers want to help me. Don't no lawyers want to help me because they scared of Bishop TD. And this man is well connected around the world. I don't think y'all really understand how big this shit is. He is well connected around.
That's like going up against the police department or some shit. Like, you going up against powerful people, right? They can shut you down. They can shut you up. They can pay you off, right? Why do you think that high profile celebrities, why you think they still walking around here doing shit? Because they got power, they got status, because they can pay you to shut up. Y'all act like, not y'all, but people in general just act like that can't happen. Like you can't get bought off. They do it all the time. So I believe her when she say that, because that's true. This woman don't have nearly the amount of power, money, resources as TD Jakes. So think about it.
The world. He sits with presidents and kings and queens around the world. The only power I have is social media. That's it. Social media and facts. Real facts. And anybody that is willing to stand with me, anybody that's willing to stand with me, anybody that's willing to stand with me, anybody that is willing to stand with me, anybody that's willing to also tell their story. God damn it, me too. God damn it, me motherfucking too. Do you know how many nights I go to sleep crying because I can't see my son? And then I have to wake up the next day and act like everything is okay. People I work with would never guess that I'm dealing with something like this, because I'm always happy. I'm always energetic. I'm always the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to make somebody else mad, make somebody else feel better about themselves. All the while I'm dealing with with that shit behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of being strong when I ain't being beat up. I love you too. When I ain't being beat up, left and right. And so wake up to know. When I tell you my inbox overflooded with people sending me this information about Brandy. I couldn't even take my kids to school today. I can't even take my kids to school. I can't even drive. I've been sitting in this car since 7:30 this morning. I don't know what else. I don't know what. I don't know how to fight. I don't know where else to go. I don't know what else to do but to get on here and to tell my story and to tell the story and to tell the truth, no matter how ugly it is or was or will be. You know, I don't know what else to do. I can just tell you, and I'm feeling tired. Tired of being mistreated. I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of motherfuckers always trying to take my kids when I haven't done anything wrong by them. I do everything for them. I live and I breathe for them. I'm only here today because of them. I haven't given up because of them. I fight harder every day because of my kids. I don't neglect them. I don't abuse them. I don't beat them. I don't leave them by themselves. I don't put them in harm's way or harm's danger. When I tell you I am a mother, I am a mother first before anything. And anybody can get it behind my teeth. Anybody can get it behind my motherfucking teeth. And that's just that on that. That's just that on that. I done had every child by myself except for Anaya and Jagan. But Chris, Jason, Liam, them three, I had them by myself. Wasn't nobody in the goddamn room, especially with Cree and Jason. Well, Cora was there, sorry. Cora was there with Jason. But when I say by myself, meaning by myself, my parents wasn't there. My baby daddy wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by myself. But you know who was there when I had Jason? Cora was there. And now when I look back on this shit, like the it started there. It started right after I had my baby. Because here I am, dealing with postpartum depression, right? So she sees that, right? She sees that I'm dealing with postpartum depression. So you know what she does to make it, for her good? Oh, Michelle, just go to sleep. I got the baby. Oh, Michelle, just rest. I got the baby. As you holding my newborn, now all mothers know that the most important time for abundance is right after that baby comes out in those first few days while you're in the hospital. Hello. I'm at home. I'm at home. I'm on live right now. Where are you at work? Because I have to finish this live, friend. Just get on my Facebook. What time is it? They didn't go to school? Okay, just call me back because I got to finish this live. But that's fine. Just hit my cash app or whatever. I don't know. But that's fine. Okay, bye. That's where it started, right there, okay? It started at the hospital after I had my son. She like, oh, get some rest. I'll take care of the baby, or I got the baby. You know what I'm saying? So the whole time I was in the hospital, I wasn't really bonding with my child because she always had Jason while I was in the hospital. Okay, so it came out that Jason had to I didn't come home with Jason. I think I had to go back to the hospital and get Jason because they had to do additional testing on Jason. And I remember walking to the NICU, and my Aunt Shay was with me. I'm so grateful for my Aunt Shay. I'm so grateful for my Aunt Shay. Absolutely, Latasha. My Aunt Shay was with me, and we walking down to the NICU. And Cora makes this statement. It tells my Aunt Shay, the baby's going to be fine. He's going to be well taken care of. Now, looking back looking back in hindsight, she basically already knew then and there what her plan was and what she was going to do. Because she didn't say they will be well taken care of. She said the baby. The baby. Her whole case in point was getting my son. That's it. That's it. And once she got my son, she got me out the way. Oh, yes, she did. The whole time, the 3 days in the hospital, now, I would breastfeed Jason, and then when I got done breastfeeding him, I sit him.
I just asked Dondre what he thought of it. And he agreed with what my dad was saying at first.
Huh?
How do you know if it's real or if it's true? How do you know if she's telling the truth? That's what he said.
Because can you hear me?
Hold on, let me bring him back in here. Go ahead, Mom.
You said, how do you know that the girl is telling the truth about what she's saying?
Like, how you know if she's telling the truth?
About what? That the girl took her baby?
Yeah.
Okay, because she's telling her story about what happened, and then what happened when they went to court, what happened during the trial, and how they because they had money and stuff, how they were able to pay off the judge and the lawyer and stuff like that. to make her look bad in court, to make her look crazy, like she couldn't care for her child. So they kind of like conned her out of her baby, but she never wanted to give up her baby. So she been this been going on since 2018, and she's been trying to contact them and going back and forth to court, and she haven't been able to win against them privately because of their money and power and status. So she's coming to social media now, telling her story, hoping to get the word out that way and expose them for stealing her baby. And she's going in detail, and she said that she got emails and text messages and everything. And also, the court papers and documents should be public record, but they got them sealed. So we can't even look at the documents because they have it sealed. And TD Jakes came out and said that everything was done officially through the court, and we can go look it up for ourselves to see. But when we go look it up, it's sealed. So we can't look it up and see.
So why do they want her baby so bad then?
Because his daughter couldn't have children of her own. And she already have an adopted daughter that's 13 years old, and the husband just got arrested May 4th for sexual assault on the minor children. And her son is in their care. Her son lives with the mother, Cora, whose husband was arrested.
But there's lots of babies. Like she could adopt one out of foster care or something. Why she want hers?
I don't know. She could have did that.
That's why I was like I don't know if her story is true. Because a lot of people would
She obviously she want her baby.
She's been knowing her baby since before the baby was born. She got close to the baby. They were close. She knew her since she was 12.
So they was already close.
Yeah.
She was basically the son's godmother. She was the godmother.
Mm. How long have TD Jake's daughter and her the mother known each other?
Since she was like 12 or 13. She said that was her best friend. Cora was her best friend. TD Jake's daughter was her best friend. Her mother was a member of the church, and her mother used to go everywhere he used to preach and teach at. So she went with them, and then she got close to TD Jake's daughter Cora, and they was best friends.
Hi. Hi.
And they won't let her see the boy. They won't answer or respond to none of her calls. And she just wants her baby back.
Dang. I mean, if that is true, that's
yeah.
And they got
But
the
I'm gonna
money.
continue. Huh?
I said, and they got the money, so there's nothing she could do.
Well, this story is going to the FBI now. Is getting involved, so it's going over their heads in Dallas now. They can't pay off everybody, you know.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get exposed.
How would they be able to use evidence against that? It's
a crazy story, but it's real.
How old is that baby?
The baby is 4 now, 5.
So when did they take it from the mother?
So they didn't have the boy now. She only had the boy for like a year, so she haven't seen him for like 3 or 4 years now.
The mother only had the boy for a year.
Yeah, like a year. She had him for a minute, and
She
then they
didn't
were
take.
going back and forth to court. Once
She
she
didn't take
signed
no.
over,
She
hmm?
didn't. She didn't take no pictures. Like when, like when you like first, like you in the
Yeah,
hospital and you first get the baby out of you. She didn't take no
yeah.
pictures.
Oh no, I don't know. She got a picture of her and the baby on the thumbnail of this video, but she got pictures of him. Yeah, she was in his life.
Like I'm talking about like when, like how they take pictures in the hospital when when the baby is first born and they take a picture.
So I guess she do. They
That shit
don't
don't got.
deny that it's her baby. They saying that she signed over the parental rights and gave the baby away. That's what TD Jakes and them are saying.
So TD Jake saying that she gave away the baby to them.
That's what they're saying. Yeah. But she thought that they were going to take the baby on a out of town with them. So she thought it was just a waiver saying that, it was okay to consent to take the baby out of town with them. But it was really a form saying that she was signing over parental rights. She didn't read it, she said. She was
Uh,
homeless and going through some stuff at the time, so she wasn't really, she trusted her, that was her friend, so she wasn't thinking that she was trying to steal her baby. She didn't think
uh,
that she would do that. Yeah.
I mean, dang.
And tell them about how Cora's husband is a child molester.
Yeah, he's in jail. Well, he bailed out now, I guess, but he got brought up on sexual assault charges of children. And so it could be the children in the home, which is the 13-year-old adopted daughter they have, and Jason, which is Michelle's son that they stole allegedly.
They stole. That's not the first baby they stole.
According to Michelle, no.
Wait, so, uh, so the TD Jake's daughter husband is was a child molester.
He's been accused of it.
Dang.
And so she said that she's not being quiet no more. She wants her son back. Period.
What can she even do about it? She already signed the paper. They tricked her. She signed it. What can she do?
well, yeah, they're gonna have to reopen this case and do another investigation and find out what happened and the legal and the right way, because the first time was them being paid off. The judge was paid off. The attorney was paid off to stop representing her in the middle of the trial. She had to represent herself. So yeah, I mean, he's powerful, but damn, I mean, he can't run everybody in the world. I mean, do he run the FBI? I'm confused. He's just a big bald-headed black man with a suit on. So I mean,
He came, but he could. He already tricked her though. He already signed the papers. So
yeah, but if she was under, if she was under duress or distress or whatever, right?
yeah.
And she wasn't in her right frame of mind at the time, but she never neglected the child. She wasn't on drugs. There was no child abuse or nothing like that involved. Why wouldn't you give the biological mother her child? If she wants her child and she's capable of taking care of her child, the mother has the first right to the child.
What you gonna say?
They can revoke it because if a mother decides that she wants her child back, they can give her her child back, even if she didn't sign nothing over and the baby was adopted. They can still give her her child back if the mother decides that she wants her child back. So why won't they give her her baby back?
So she even has the child back? Ain't she homeless?
No, not now.
She
No,
not
that
homeless
she
no
over
more.
that already. That was she had went through that at the time, but
Okay.
she got a place now. Yeah.
So she probably could get the child back, even though she signed it. But
Yeah.
I don't know, cause
Why won't they give her the baby back?
cause they TDJ's got money and he paid lawyers and stuff.
Exactly.
And
But
because they
like,
think that they're above the law and that they can get away with doing whatever they want to do with people that's broke and don't have enough money and power to go against them and their organizations. And they're a bunch of flying monkeys and minions running around here doing all their dirty work.
yeah,
Lying.
the only way she win, she get the FBI or something. But
Before
she
y'all jump
probably
down my throat, oh, go ahead, man.
It
go
could
ahead.
be
Before y'all,
it could be go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna
Mute
ask a
your mic,
question
Kamari,
before
so
you
I can
jump.
hear him because I can't hear him.
Before you jump down my throat, I'm gonna ask a question first. Um, why he he have all this power? I say TD Jakes has and all this, and he can't save his son-in-law from getting arrested if he got judges and all this stuff running in Dallas.
That because he's not above the law.
But
We
I
don't know
thought he
who
was.
kid was. We don't know who kid was touched. First of all, we don't even know who reported it. But whoever reported it, and they did an investigation, he's brought up on charges because obviously he must be guilty of something.
But ain't this his own daughter?
It's his daughter, husband.
Yeah, but I mean, ain't that is they adopted the baby? He molested.
What's your question?
So I was saying, you s- why didn't they if they got judges and all this stuff, why didn't they stop this from happening? Because all this is in the inside, if he's touching a child and all that, and they want to cover it up, like you said, he covered it up at 9 o'clock. I mean, at night they came and got him at after 9, so nobody won't see it, whatever. Why they just didn't just stop it? Period, from happening because if they have that much power, that's all I was asking.
Because we don't know whose child was reported that he touched.
Oh, it's not his baby?
We don't know. It say, let me read it to you.
Okay.
Let me read the charge, the exact charge to you, okay?
Oh, okay.
So, hold on. So, he was actually charged with continuous sexual abuse of young child or children. It don't say his children. It says continuous sexual abuse of young child or children. Bail amount $150,000. Booked May 4th. Booking time 10:39 p.m. at night. Richard Brandon Coleman or Brandon Richard Coleman. He was incarcerated 13 days. 33 years old.
What you were saying, Dondre, if I interrupted you, I apologize.
I forgot. Forgot what I was
Oh,
saying.
man.
It was basis. Sexual assault. Sexual assault means that person was actually raped, penetrated, or whatever. They were
Yeah,
physically, sexually touched. So
yeah.
yeah, so he and it was on a continuous basis. We don't know He have a 13-year-old daughter. Jason is there, which is Michelle's son. And Cora was over the children's ministry. And this man is involved in the children's ministry. So we don't know who went and filed these charges. But Cora's husband was accused of it. We don't know if it was his daughter that he was touching. We don't know this. All we know is he's been charged with this, so we don't know who kids was involved. But that's why they had to open up an investigation and get them kids checked, physically checked. Why are they still in the house with her? And they need to remove him out of the home. So she divorced him. She filed for divorce.
Yeah.
I
guess she would. I mean, cheat. So he molesting and cheating at the same.
Huh?
I said, I guess she would divorce him if he molesting and cheating at the same time.
Cheating with who?
I mean, he molesting a little girl, and that's.
You think that's adultery?
I mean, it's something.
That's
He's
not
doing some
consent.
sexual stuff.
Dante, adultery is consensual sex. Two people consented to it. A child doesn't consent to sex. So that's not cheating with a child.
Well, whatever it is, it ain't. I mean, I know she got to be messed. I know she got to want to divorce him, right?
Sexual assault is worse than cheating, because you're messing with minors, children.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it was like double, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying it
double.
Right.
That's worse. No, listen.
That's what I mean.
Is worse. That's a freaking crime. You can't get arrested for committing adultery or cheating. You don't go to jail for cheating on a spouse. You go to jail with $150,000 bail for sexually assaulting children. That's a big, big difference than cheating.
Oh man, you be twisting my words around. Let me just be quiet. I'm like, man, every time I say something, you say I said. All I said was, yeah, he did that, and I said it's like he's doing a sexual act too. As he been listening, it's like I don't know how to explain that, but they gotta hurt real bad.
Gotta hurt real bad.
I mean, for her. I mean, for the wife, right? I mean, wouldn't that hurt you if you found out your husband is messing with her?
I believe she knew.
She knew.
Yeah. If it was a continuous basis going on, if it was in the home with if it was in a home with that 13-year-old girl,
I don't care that she's hurt.
Because why wouldn't he?
I'm sorry.
If he's a predator, he would do his own child in.
I'm sorry. I don't care that she's hurt. She's over here stealing people babies and stuff.
I mean,
why
are you sympathizing with Cora?
Why they want why they want that baby if they already got so many?
They don't got so many. They only got one 13-year-old adopted daughter.
You keep saying sympathize. I mean, we talking about two separate things. Like, you want to be like, just because he stole something and then somebody shot him, you're like, oh, okay, he stole it, so he deserved to get shot. I mean, he still don't feel like.
Dante, what are you talking about?
I mean, it's like a double thing.
What's a double thing?
Like, it's all like a lot of people involved in a certain. It's not just one act. It's like 2, 3 different acts happening in this same. It's all in this topic. It's not just we talking about one thing. We're talking about 3 or 4 different things. So I sympathize with all of it. You know,
With all of who?
with what I said earlier, I said that it's wrong. I feel sad for Michelle not having her baby, and then I said I feel bad that she had that Cora had to deal with her husband messing with a little baby. I mean, you don't think that hurt her? You said it don't matter, like if she stole her baby, it doesn't.
So you feel
So
bad
so it's
that
so it's
her
right.
husband messing with kids, but she's stealing kids, and you don't think that they working together.
Yeah, I feel bad for that too. But you saying I shouldn't feel bad for just because she stole a baby. I shouldn't feel bad for her.
You don't
No,
think
you
that that's
no,
karma?
no, no, no,
Both
no.
of
You
them
should
wrong.
not feel bad for her at all. You shouldn't feel bad for him at all. No.
That's
She
what the fuck she
stole
did.
a baby. He's a
I don't feel
molester. There's
I
nothing to
don't
They're
feel
feel
both
bad
bad for
about.
him.
bad.
I
They're
don't
both
feel bad
bad.
for him.
Why do you feel sorry for them? I really want to
I
know.
don't feel. Why you say them? I said her. I didn't say them
Okay, why do you feel sorry for her?
because her husband molested a little kid. You don't think she hurt
She
behind that?
stole a kid. What are you not getting that part?
I
She
said it's
stole
two different.
somebody's kid.
Why do you not get? Why do you? Why you do not get that it's two different things happen? You act like it all like she deserves
What two different
everything she
things?
get.
She's only one thing. She stole somebody's baby. What other thing are you
Her
referring to?
husband, her husband molested a child.
But
I mean,
okay,
you just like you deaf to that or something. I'm like,
but I'm
what is
saying,
it?
why do you feel sorry because her husband molested a child? Why do you feel sorry for her?
Because the child got molested. That's one. Then I feel sorry for the child. And then I feel sorry for her that having experienced that, marrying someone that her husband did that. And then I feel sorry for the woman that got her
You
baby
should
taken
you
away
should
from her.
not feel sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because you
Well,
should not feel sorry
you
for
can't tell me
somebody.
why I should feel sorry for. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you feel that way, but I don't. We could build
I
different.
know why you feel sorry for Cora.
That's crazy. That is crazy
I
right
know
there.
why he feels like.
He feels
How is
sorry for
that crazy?
Cora
Dondre
because
has
that's
something to
TD
say.
Jake's precious daughter
No,
that can't do no wrong.
Dondre has
That's
something
not
to say.
true.
He says he knows why you feel sorry. Here.
All right, go
no, because
ahead.
you didn't what he was saying.
Oh.
No, I just got what you were saying. That was it.
Yeah, I
But
don't know why she think.
Kamar saying she don't feel sorry because she stole a baby, but you saying you feel sorry because her husband molested her daughter. Is that her real daughter or no?
I
No,
said
it's
molested.
not
No,
real.
molested someone's daughter. It's more than one thing happen. It's like two or three different things happen that I
Dante,
feel
how do
sorry
you
about.
know that she didn't know what was going on? Because if a child is being sexually assaulted, there's gonna be signs. There's gonna
I
be
mean,
ways to tell. Okay.
the the can I answer it? The proof is that she divorced him. That shows it right there that she didn't know.
And Drea divorced R. Kelly. That didn't mean she didn't know what was going on.
She was just in denial. She people probably was telling her, but she didn't want to believe it. That's different. She even admits she was in
So
denial.
you think that Miss Goody Two Shoes, who's running around here stealing babies, is not aware of what her crooked husband doing? You don't think they all crooked?
I mean, from I'm just looking at
Cause
it as
she's just
if
as
I was.
evil as him by stealing babies.
I mean,
You don't think that she
you
getting her karma or something?
Yeah, she could be. It could be that. Yeah, I mean, but I'm not saying it is or it ain't. But I'm just saying that the whole thing is just messed up. Not just not just that. Like it's just like saying if I deserve, like if I get what I deserve, everything that I did wrong to people, if I get what I deserve, and then somebody be like, yeah, that's right. He get what he deserve. I give him the death penalty. I'll be like, dang, that's cold, but I do deserve it. But nobody gonna have no sympathy for me, or maybe some people do have some sympathy. Like, man, he did do some good things. He wasn't all bad. You
What are
know
you
what I'm saying?
talking about? Nobody say anything about a death penalty. We ain't giving this woman no death penalty. We're saying she needs to be accountable for the things that she is doing. No one should feel sorry for her. And she's been doing this all her life. Everybody's been letting her slide with everything ever since she was little. And she's still doing everything, and everybody just saying it's all right. She could keep doing what she's doing. There's no
I didn't
repercussions for
say that.
nothing that she does. Nothing. Because people like you is gonna get up here and say, I feel sorry for her.
No, you misunderstanding. Like you
Okay,
misunderstanding
I
what I'm saying.
understand what you
That's all.
said about you feel sorry for her because her husband. Okay, but still, I don't even think you should feel sorry for her husband at all because
I don't feel
she
sorry for
needs.
her husband.
If she got what she deserved, it's because she got what she deserved. Period. Point blank. I don't feel no sympathy, no empathy, no nothing for her. No heart or nothing for her because she don't have a heart. I don't feel a
So
heart
have
for
you?
nobody that
So
don't
you
have a
don't
heart.
think so you
So
don't
you?
think that God is getting in the middle of this, destroying this shit. It's a
Could
reason why
be.
he got exposed for molesting or sexually assaulting these children. It's a reason for it.
And she got exposed too.
And now she's
So
been exposed. So they're getting what they've been dishing out.
so Kamara, you never did nothing wrong, and then
Oh
you
my
did
God.
something right.
What are you talking about? We is talking about this lady right here. Okay, we're
No, I'm
not
just
talking
asking you a
about
We're not
me.
question.
Why
I'm
talking
are
not
you
about
gonna
bringing
bring.
in?
nobody's
We're not
personal
talking
life.
about me. We're talking. Can you stick to the point, please?
Because the reason why I just said that because you can't you act like she's supposed to be perfect because she's a minister's daughter like she's
No,
exempt
that's how you're
like she's supposed to be
sounding.
walking like
If
Jesus.
you listen to what you're saying right now, you're the one that's making it sound like she's so perfect, and you're saying you're feeling sorry for
No,
her
I
because of her
didn't.
of what her husband did. You've been pointing the finger the whole time at this other woman over here, making her feel like she's the crazy one, and then she's the one that's doing wrong, and they're right. You don't hear what you're saying. You
The
don't
It
hear the
lady
don't
things that
seem
you're
like
saying.
you sympathize with Michelle.
I do sympathize. You didn't listen to what I said.
You're
You
You
said
just
you could say
sympathizing.
you
disregard.
say you
No,
sympathize with all of them.
you're sympathizing with everybody. Why are you
I'm
sympathizing with them?
because I sympathize not with the person. I sympathize with what's right and what's wrong. I
You
don't look at
cannot
the
play both
person. I
sides
look
of
at
the
the act.
field. You gotta pick one side. You cannot be in the middle.
Yeah, let me
I'm not
ask you
pick.
a question. So
I'm not
what
picking
okay,
one
whose
side.
side are you really on here?
I'm on God's side, the right side.
Oh my God. Out of
I,
Michelle, out of Cora. What
I
side
ain't on
are
either
you
one.
on?
Wait, ask that question again.
Out of Michelle and out of Cora. What side are you on?
I'm on Michelle's side
So why you keep
Well, it
making
don't seem
excuses and
like it.
sympathizing with Cora for what she
It don't
going
seem
through?
like it.
because I do sympathize for
As if
what she go.
we don't know if she even knew what was going on or not. She's been guilty of stealing babies. We don't trust her.
She's guilty, yeah. I mean, for stealing babies, but who says she's guilty for doing what her husband did? Like she got to, why she got to be involved in what he did?
Okay,
Like that.
you gotta pick a team. Are you gonna pick the Lakers or are you gonna pick the Miami Heat? Who are you going to choose? You cannot be in between.
I am between. I said I'm on God's side, which is right.
Okay, but
I'm not with
you
Rome.
can't put you can't use points against, if you're for the Lakers, you're using points against the Heat, the Miami Heat. You can't do that. You gotta be for the Lakers. You have to choose points for the Lakers. Okay? You can't choose points for Miami Heat. You can't do that. You gotta be either one or the other.
I'm not
But you're
sure I
saying
understand.
that Miami Heat is has all this power and everything, and they're good, and but you're putting the Lakers down. You're saying,
I
oh,
didn't
the
say
Lakers is
she.
bad, and the Lakers is this, and the Lakers is that, but you're saying that you're for the Lakers.
I
It's
told you
like
I'm
you're
not for
against the
the.
Lakers and you're for Miami Heat.
I'm not for Miami Heat or the Lakers. I'm for God. Why do you
That don't
understand
make
that?
sense. That don't make okay. Listen,
Why that don't make sense?
Why do you keep bringing
because
God
you're
into
trying
the
to because
picture?
what you're trying to do
Because
is
he
that
got
you're trying to
everything to
make
do
an
with it.
excuse by throwing God in it. We're
No, I'm
talking
not.
about the actions of Michelle. I mean of Cora and her actions right now.
Y'all brought up that y'all brought up that her husband molested a child. I didn't bring that up. I don't know nothing about it till you brought it up. So I just said I sympathize with her. I didn't. So we was talking about that. I said Michelle. I was on Michelle's side. I said my piece about it earlier about how I felt about that situation. And then you brought up another situation that's different from that situation, and I had a different opinion on that. That's all it is. So I'm with God. I'm against what's right, not what's wrong. I'm not with the person.
How do you know God
I'm
is
with.
right? Like, how do you
I
know
know God
this
is
is,
right. What you
I
talking
mean,
about?
how do you know that um this is what God is doing? Like, how do you know that this is him? Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to explain
Yeah,
it right.
exposing her husband to
Like,
bring
how
I
do you
light
know.
of the situation of Cora stealing a lady's baby because this is what brought this whole situation out again to the forefront. These allegations that they tried to cover up, that they tried to hide. So if Cora would have went and came straight out and been like, hey, you know what? This is what my husband did. This is why I'm leaving him. Oh no, they trying to hide stuff and cover up stuff behind the scenes or whatever. She's
I mean,
not
she heard
I'm
innocent.
you.
sorry, y'all. I can't talk right now because the kids. So give me a second.
Yeah, she's not innocent.
I'm not
She's
saying
not innocent
she's.
in this.
I mean, I could say like if something going on and she don't want to speak about it because she's hurt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that makes her guilty because like if something happened and that's her
Because she
husband
hurt.
and they
So
say
protect her precious little feelings, but she got Michelle over here begging to see her baby for the last 4 years.
Michelle is hurt and she's talking about her situation. People
And
handle their
she been
situations
begging
different.
Cora to see her baby for the last 4 years. And
And
she
so
haven't felt no pity or sympathy for this lady whatsoever. But we supposed to feel sorry for her now that her husband been brought up on these charges, though. Well, fucking well. Get this lady her baby back.
yeah, she should.
Nobody ain't shedding no tear for Cora, okay? Nobody ain't
Why
doing that
not?
over here.
Somebody have.
Because she need to get this lady her baby back. This is the
Um,
whole reason why this shit is being exposed in the first place. Because she stole this lady baby. And she ain't
Michelle shouldn't
concerned
care.
about this lady's feelings. She's not concerned if this lady's crying every night that her baby is gone. And
No,
Cora
she's
got
not.
her, got him.
Agree with that.
I'm not
If
feeling
we
an
talk,
ounce of sympathy for her. I don't care what
no,
she's
no,
going through. She done cost this lady all types of pain, all types of problems, PTSD, all type of stuff from missing her child. Can't sleep. wondering if he's been molested now by her husband.
Yeah, that's right. I
If
was
she
wondering the
was so
same
such
thing.
an unfit parent, Jason would have been better off with his own mother.
I agree with that.
Don't nobody give a fuck about Cora's fucking feelings. She don't care about this lady's feelings.
I don't. I agree with Michelle on that, and and she's wrong because what she did. I mean, I said it earlier, so it's it's sad, and I know, that. But we ain't gonna talk about her husband's situation then because we just stick on this about what she did to Michelle.
Why
So
not talk about her husband's situation?
because because if I
Because that's
express
a
my
part of the cover up. That's the
if
reason
I
why they're
express
covering up everything right now. They covered up the news from exposing the story of him even being arrested. They're covering up the story of Cora's taking this lady's baby and not giving her back. They've been covering up all of this shit. This is they being exposed.
like you say, you can't cover it up. It's gonna come out. If they is trying to cover it up or whatever, it's not gonna happen. You see that right now.
Okay,
What's
well,
done in the
this is
dark come to the light.
yeah, this was pretty much the end of the video. It's just like about a few minutes left, but I'm gonna end this live because um we pretty much covered the whole two parts of the video. It's just stressful. I'm triggered. I'm
Don't express yourself.
because of the
I ain't
because
gonna
of
say
no
nothing.
because I'm just mad because they think that they can get away with doing whatever it is they want to do, and that's just not right. They can't get away with taking somebody's baby and expecting nothing to happen. And this is what they do in these powerful positions and when they have money. Because I'd be damned if it
Hey,
was me.
I'm back.
I'd be damned if it was me. If somebody had my baby, honey,
I
it
just
wouldn't
want
have,
to say
girl,
something.
it would be on and cracking.
I just want
Okay?
to say something. I want to clear up what I said. I didn't mean to say, how do you know God is right? I was trying to say that, how do you, sometimes God does destructive things too. So how do you know that he's not trying to get her exposed and expose her and her husband? Because he ain't always good like how these Christians like to portray him to be. He ain't always loving. Sometimes he can get mad, sometimes he can get angry and pour out the wrath on all you evil people who are hypocrites. All of you Christians out there, bishops and pastors, everybody is sick of y'all trying to look like y'all so good and holified and trying to make God look like he's so holified. And no, he's not just holified. He can get angry too
What?
and destroy some things.
You
And that's
speaking?
my opinion.
Wow. You saying God is not love? I don't understand where that
No,
come
you're
from.
twisting my words. You're twisting
So
my
what you
words. I didn't
saying?
say God wasn't love. I said
So
sometimes
what
he
you
ain't
saying?
just about love. Sometimes he can destruct some things and pour out his wrath on all these evil people. And I'm referring to Bishop T.D. Jakes, his wife, and his daughter, and her husband, and who else is just like them with all this money and power.
Okay.
And them so-called hypocrite Christians, those so-called Christians that are hypocrites.
It's mighty
That's who
funny
I'm
how
referring to. because they like to think that they're so holy and they like to think that they're better than everybody else, like they ain't never been through nothing and that like they ain't doing nothing. No, they doing everything up in there behind them pulpits or behind that church, behind closed doors. They doing everything.
Okay.
Molesting kids, stealing kids, and it makes me angry. I'm sorry. I'm angry because I feel for this girl. And for you to sit up here and say that you feel sorry for Cora because of her husband, what her husband did to her. No, no.
Well, you ain't been through what I've been through in life, so I guess if you be like me, you will have some sympathy for a person that's been through that was wrong a lot of times in their life. I was wrong a lot of times in my life, and people threw away the key and said nothing was good gonna happen towards me. Even my own mother was saying, "Ain't nothing, I ain't nothing," and all this stuff. So I understand that people get ridiculed and off their actions and their mistakes, stuff like that. So I do have a little sympathy because of my experience in life. That a person don't have to live, continue to live. That's that way. You know, they can change, and I encourage people to want to change. I encourage not to beat someone down while they kick somebody while they down. You know, because they come back up. A lot of people kick me while I'm down. Then when they see God lift me back up, and then where they at now? You know what I'm saying? So it's hurtful for a person to act like they shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I understand that she wrong, and but it's good in people and it's a little bit of bad in people too. So
Okay.
I can understand that.
Okay.
That's a
So you
narcissist.
so
That's a
wait a minute. Hold
narcissist.
on. Hold on. Hold on.
Anybody that
Hold
don't
on,
think they
Maurice.
should stink and they think they
Hold
better than
on,
everybody
Maurice.
because they got money and power is a
Hello.
narcissist.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
So you on some forgiving shit right now, huh?
I
You on
mean,
some you on some he that is cast the first sin, he that is sin, let him cast the first stone. You on that right now, right? This lady is crying, pouring out her heart for her child. Okay. It ain't no time right now to okay, because you do know in the Bible, it say there's a time and there's a season and a purpose for everything under heaven, right?
hmm
So is it a time to weep Cora? Because it's not the time right now. The time is a time to be born. It's a time to die. It's a time to plant. It's a time to pluck. It's a time to kill. A time to heal. Right.
yeah, I
Right
hear
now,
you.
it's a time to love, and it's a time to hate. It's a time for war. It's a time for peace. It's a time for everything. Right. But we
Yeah,
ain't on no. Oh, let's just pray on Cora. Feel sorry. Feel bad for. This ain't that time, Dante. Okay, we come back another time for prayer. Right now, we're talking about the fact that this woman who's telling her story, and I'm siding, and I'm on the side of the lady right now who's claiming that this lady has taken her baby.
I'm on that side
And
too.
we
I
standing
told
with
you that.
her right now until we figure out until these motherfuckers come out and say what the fuck is going on with this damn baby. And that's all we concerned with. We ain't on here talking about Cora and her feelings right now. We talking about Michelle and where's her baby and why she can't get them back. And what's the reason for y'all not giving her back, her baby? That's what we on.
Thank you,
Because
God.
these motherfuckers ain't even living up to the word and the scripture that they preaching every day. But you over here going along with the script. But they
I
not
ain't
going
going
by
along with
script.
this one. They gotta pay for what they did. They ain't getting away with nothing. And they ain't got to wait to judgment day. It happens on earth. I see it all the time. It
Okay,
happens all the
so
time. I mean, you think somebody think they get away with it, and they not getting away with it.
okay,
Yeah.
they've been getting
She
away
don't.
with it. They've
Well,
been getting
well,
away with it. They've been
well,
getting away with it.
but not forever. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. It may be coming back sooner than you think. It might be coming back now. I don't know, but they gonna must pay. Pay me now, pay me later. Or must you pay? When you think you get away with something, you're not. How I know? Experience taught me that. My past taught me that. I done seen people go through it, and they think if they think they high and mighty, it knocks them right off their feet.
Well, these are demonic demons in high places. These people are high and mighty, powerful, wicked, evil, corrupt, manipulative. They all of that. They
Yeah,
prey on the weak and they run game on weak-minded people that allows them to get away with this shit. This is why they do it. Because they can get away with it. Because ain't nobody gonna say nothing. But
well,
I don't care. I'm for right. I'm for truth. I'm for honesty. And I'll be damned if I sit up under a congregation or a church or a ministry or any type of so-called leader that's not practicing none of the shit that they preach, but expect you to pay your tithes, give them money so they can continue living high on the hog. I'm not
yeah,
gonna do it. And people are waking up to the bullshit. And at some point, you're gonna have to pick a side. You're gonna have to choose a side from right and wrong. And it's a time to stand up on principle. It's a time to stand up on what's right.
yeah,
That's the time it is.
yeah.
All right, so anything else? Because I'm gonna end this live. I'm stressed out now.
Don't let it
I need a
stress
whole
you
drink.
out.
No, because these people is like they crazy. They think they this shit is very triggering. Cause I mean I sympathize with the lady, Michelle, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
said
I
what I
believe
had to say, and I don't have nothing else to say. I'm just sympathizing with her as well, and I wish the best for her. I'm gonna try my best to help her as much as I can by sharing her message, and that's all I can do.
yeah. And I support her with what she's doing, and I encourage her if she can hear me to continue to fight the good fight of faith and believing in the Most High God that He will give you the strength to get through all this, and believe that no matter what it takes, walk through it, and you will receive the blessing that God gave you, which was your child. And the blessing ain't for nobody else. The blessing, that's the lie from Satan. The blessing is your baby. You had the baby. That's your blessing. Don't let nobody lie saying anything different. So if God gave it to you and you walk through the valley of the shadow of death or whatever you want to call it, you go in and get it. I don't care how powerful you saying they are. Like God is more powerful. That's what I believe. And Stay strong, lady. Miss Michelle.
All right, we're gonna conclude. Catch us on the next video. Like, subscribe, and share this video in honor of Michelle Loud and her son Jason.